Take it to trial. Take it to trial. Welcome in, grab a seat, hit the like and subscribe. The sweet peas on the mic with that spicy little vibe. Got the courtroom streaming in the chat, going wild with the debate and heavy topics. Still laughing like a child, from objections to confessions to the judge's side. If it's justice in the messy, we gon' talk about why. Every day's a new case, every moment's a ride. And when sweet peas in the building, we be learning with pride. Minds on deck, keep the room running smooth. Film free therapist, you know, keeping everyone in the groove. Like to work with the facts, pretty brown girl with the stats, Morelia and Fowler, keep the peace in the chat. But Jason walks in and the ladies can laugh. Take it to trial, where the truth gets loud and the last run wild. Sweet peas got the spice, she's the queen of the house. Chat fam on the heat, we been here a while. Lights on, mics up, we gon' do this high. Take it to trial, every day, every night. Take it to trial. Morning shows are sharp, afternoon is on fire, and we catch every moment that the court might inspire. From the witnesses whispering, the lawyers trying hard. You know, Sweet Pea breaks it down like a legal tarot card. Cracking jokes, dropping theories on the fly. We're serious when it counts, but we still testify. Minds hold it down when the trolls try to play. If you ride a line, court adjourned for the day. But when Jason logs in with that deep, the ladies in the chat, man, they all fall down. Take it, 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 take it to trial, where the truth gets loud and the last run wild. Sweet peas got the spice, she's the queen of the house. Chat fam on the heat, we been here a while. Lights on, mics up, we gon' do this right. Take it to trial, every day, every night. Take it to trial. When the sun goes down and the cases get deep, after the dark gets spicy, no secrets to keep. Taboo topics, big laugh, slap, happy crew. Sweet Pea says behave, but we never really do. It's opinions, confessions, stories untold, but we handle it with heart like the chat made it go. Take it to trial, from day to night and every mile. Sweet Peas in this strong with her showing my style. And in the fam and in the chat always make it worthwhile. Turn it up, show some love, hit the like on sight. Take it to trial, yeah, we live tonight. Take it to trial, yeah, we live tonight. Take it to trial.
I'm muted. I was muted. Look what my shirt say. Did y'all see my shirt? Look. It says, fun fact, I don't care. Please take notice to that. So if anybody wants to know, I really don't care. So no, Sweet Pea does not care. So I was in the store earlier today and somebody was like, oh, I really like your shirt. I said, yeah, it's definitely a fact. I don't care what you're thinking about right about now. I'm so funny. I be like, no, yeah, it's definitely a fact. Well, I'm glad that everybody has made it over. Please make sure that you put your thumbs up, maybe share, depending on what you want to do. I appreciate everybody making it over here. I tell you, talk about trial watching. Boy, oh boy. Film said he was here first. Where is everybody at? Lost in the sauce. Billy said, shoot, I made it. I don't know what you talk about it. Claire said you will not leave her behind. Welcome in, Rhonda. Hey, Blue. I'm glad that everybody that made it over here. We are going to go into part 2 of our day 2 of our trial, guys. I mean, this morning, we know Kianna Davis is on trial for allegedly murdering her 2-year-old baby. Like, I just don't think that the state has got here. We have heard from 2 different medical examiners, and I still don't think we got here with her doing it. But I thought that probably would be the icing on the cake for me. But I don't know. I don't think that that's what I don't think that's what we could do here in that regards. Like I just don't see it happening, but we'll see what else they have going on. What's up, lady? So I guess that's what we'll see. So we'll go in here. We are on our witness number. Let me let y'all know what witness number we on. I'll update the as we going through the chat, but I can't. I want to say we left off earlier with witness. They going through these witnesses. That's what I would like to let y'all know. We had about 2 hours of testimony earlier today, and then they went to lunch. No. We have more than that. I apologize. My apology. We had about 3 hours worth of testimony this morning, and then they went to lunch. And the people that came up on the stand was the daycare provider, the home care provider that the baby was going to. She took the stand, and her daughter also took the stand, and Kianna's granddad took the stand also. So just so y'all kind of aware where we're at in regards to this. Yeah, her granddad was the last person that we heard testimony before they went to lunch. So let's go ahead and get in this and let's see what we got going on. Yeah, Billy. I don't really think there's a lot of reasonable doubt in this. She out on bail. So when I see people that's out on bail, I don't know, that tells me one or two things. Like they don't have as strong of a case that they can keep them locked up. They won't let her out. So when it's really, really like not a clear-cut case, I think they let them out on bail. Because I think when it's a clear-cut case, they lock your ass up. It kind of reminds me of a Josie Dykerman kind of situation. And y'all know her sentencing is going to be coming up next month. But where, Josie, she was out on bail for a while too. While she was out fighting her case. So, yeah, I don't know. I don't know if I see it in here. But with that said, we'll go into this and let's see what we got going on.
Do we know who we sent it to? Because Angela's out.
I'm not sure.
Okay.
Judge, I do know that WMAZ was here yesterday.
Was that who the other person was?
Yeah.
Okay, maybe they and Fox own the same. Maybe they all own the same.
No, they're not part of WMAZ, but I know that I think her name Carmen Brown was here yesterday.
Okay. Well, I don't know who got the Rule 22, and it's not I'm going to say no, but that's the rules. And I made the other two do it, so everybody has to do it. So, I don't care if she comes back in, or he, or whoever, as long as they're not in shorts. But before they come in, I need the Rule 22, or I need to know who in this building they sent it to. It is very possible that it is in my assistant's email. She's home sick. So, I don't know.
Yeah, it was a mail that came in.
Okay. So, very nicely, just ask him where the Rule 22 is and who he sent it to. And we'll go from there.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, anything else? Okay. Dean Berman.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, make sure your cell phones are off.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, we are ready to continue. Mr. Wayne.
Kadeem Ambrose. Raise your right hand, please. You swear or affirm the testimony about you will be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you God. Thank you, sir. You can speak up.
Yes, sir.
Can you state your name for the record, please?
Kadeem Ambrose,
Can you spell that for the court reporter?
Kadeemambrose.
Thank you. Mr. Ambrose, where do you live?
I live in McDonough, Georgia currently.
Okay, currently. You live in Middle Georgia at all?
I used to.
Okay, when was that?
I moved from Middle Georgia in 2021.
Okay. Are you employed?
Yes, sir.
How are you employed?
I am a firefighter with Gwinnett County.
When you lived in Middle Georgia, how were you employed?
I was a firefighter with the city of Warner Robins.
Okay. So did you live in Warner Robins when you worked for them?
Yes, sir.
All right. Do you know Kianna Davis?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
How do you know her?
She's the mother of my child.
Okay. The two of you were in a relationship.
Yes, sir.
How long did that relationship last?
Approximately 4 years, 3 years.
Did y'all live together?
Yes, sir.
Where'd y'all live together?
The first apartment was Sandpiper off of Leisure Lake. Then the second apartment was off of Lakeview, I think is the name of the road.
Lakeview? So y'all lived together at Lakeview?
Yes, sir.
All right. When did y'all break up?
March 2020.
Okay. Were you guys living in Lakeview at that time?
Yes, sir.
All right. And who moved out?
I moved out.
So Ms. Davis stayed behind?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Do you remember the specific address
To our
to the
apartment,
Lakeview apartment?
11 something. I really don't remember.
Was that apartment in Houston County?
Yes, sir.
And do you see Ms. Davis in the courtroom today?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
What is she wearing?
She's wearing a white and gray sweater.
For the purposes of the record, he has identified the defendant. Now, you said y'all had a child?
Yes, sir.
Okay. What was that child's name?
Carter Amari Ambrose.
And when was he born?
January 14, 2018.
2018. So I'm going to show you what's been previously admitted into evidence of State's Exhibit 12. Do you recognize that? What is it?
It's Carter.
It's Carter. When was that photo taken?
This photo was taken right before I took her to daycare. I think it was November 12th,
November 12th?
2020.
What were you guys doing that day?
That was in the morning, and I just got him ready to take him to daycare. And we just started in the morning, brushed teeth, eat breakfast, and we left the house around 7:30.
And you took him to daycare?
Yes, sir.
Where was daycare?
Daycare was with Miss Faye off of Russell Parkway.
Is that the last time you saw him alive?
Yes, sir.
So I want to back up a little bit. So you took him to daycare. Did you have him that week?
Yes, I did.
Okay. Where were you living at the time?
230 Capeland Circle off of Receiving Boulevard.
And did he go to daycare that week?
No, he did not.
Did he stay with you?
Yes, he did.
Okay. And so you said you were a firefighter?
Yes, sir.
All right. So what's your schedule like?
We work 24/48, so it's 24 on, 48 off.
Okay. So if you were off, did you keep Carter at home?
Most of the time. Sometimes when I'm off, I work a part-time job, so I just pick up shifts elsewhere. But if I'm fully off, then say 50% of the times I have them.
And that Thursday, when that picture was taken, how was Carter?
Carter was perfectly fine.
Was he throwing up?
No, he was not.
Did he seem sick at all?
No, he did not.
Let me ask you this, did he have any breathing problems?
He did.
He did? What kind?
So he had like respiratory problems where he would like need a rescue inhaler or a nebulizer at times.
Okay. You said nebulizers, that's like a machine?
Yes, sir.
Okay. And when he would need that machine, what would happen?
Well, for him to need the machine, sometimes it would be like, say if he has a cold or a fever, and then it always seems to tie in where his respiratory will like be affected.
Okay.
But mainly he would need it like if he's running a cold.
Okay. And what would be symptoms that he would need the nebulizer?
You would see more like him kind of struggling to breathe a little bit, like kind of using more like auxiliary muscles.
Okay.
So you kind of be, wheezing a little bit and like kind of struggling a little bit more to have a full breath.
Did you ever give him, you would sometimes give him these treatments? Right?
Yes, sir.
Was throwing up ever a symptom that he needed breathing treatment?
No, sir.
So, November 17th of 2020, that's the day that he died, right?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So I kind of want to get what's going on in you and Kianna, your relationship at this point?
At this point, we still communicate. It's strictly on the basis of him. We don't hang out. We don't really talk much outside of, he needs this or anything pertaining to Carter. Because the main focus of our conversation.
And what was the custody arrangement, or was there one?
It was never really a definitive custody arrangement. She was the sole caregiver for Carter at the time, and we just kind of made arrangements around my schedule on when I should have them.
Okay.
But it wasn't anything definitive.
Okay. Was it anything that was like predictable?
Yeah.
Okay. So tell me about that.
So we would look at my schedule, and the days I have 2 days off back to back, usually like every other weekend, and also like at least 1 day out of the week. And if I can't get them every other weekend, then at least 2 days back to back in a week. So it'll just be communication on when to have them for 2 days back to back.
And so at this point, you and Kianna are split up.
Yes, sir.
Right. Yeah. Were you seeing anybody now?
I was at the home.
You were back in 2020, November 2020.
Yes, sir.
You know, she was seeing anybody else.
Was she seeing anybody else?
Yes.
Not to my knowledge.
Kianna. I'm
Yes.
sorry. Was Kianna seeing anybody else?
Yes.
Do you know that person's name?
Yes, sir.
What's his name?
Keon Benton.
Keon Benton. Have you ever interacted with him before?
Once.
Okay. So you met him once. Do you know if they live together?
I don't think so.
And so, you dropped Carter off Thursday at daycare. That's the last you see him. Now, are you and the defendant, is there any child support agreement in place?
We recently just got a court-ordered child support agreement.
Okay. And so were you ordered to pay child support?
Yes, sir.
How did you do that?
Through the court, well, initially, when I moved, we settled on a fixed amount. And that's when I first moved out of the apartment. Then we talked about it and we settled on a set amount. But then later on, she wanted more and we talked about it and couldn't come up with an actual agreement because I was trying to stay away from actual court-ordered child support, but that's a route that we went with, and that's how we got to the court-ordered child support.
So it was court-ordered child support. So how do you pay? How much was it?
It was, if I'm not mistaken, $750 a month. And it was set to be deducted from my paycheck.
Okay. When was it set to be deducted?
I knew it was supposed to start in November,
Okay.
and that's when the first payment was supposed to
Okay.
happen.
And do you know if that payment was taken from you in November?
Yes, it was.
Okay. And how much was it? Was it the $750 that you said?
I think it was partial. I think it was the first half of that came out of my paycheck.
Okay. Was there something about you overpaid somehow?
Yeah, so I wasn't too knowledgeable on how child support worked. So I knew that I get paid on Thursday, and I think I messaged Ms. Davis saying, hey, can I go ahead and just make this first payment, because I know that you have there's a 5-day grace period for your rent to be due. So I'm gonna go ahead and pay the first part through the child support app, and then whenever I get paid, if it's deducted from my paycheck, then we can just, even that out. Because I did not know if it was going to be deducted from my paycheck at that time.
Okay. So did you make kind of your own payment and then it was deducted as well?
Yes, sir.
Okay. And that weekend, what all were you doing? So you dropped them off Thursday, then on Friday, so not Saturday, Sunday. Were you working? Were you at home?
I worked Friday at the fire station. I think I was off that Saturday, and I picked up a shift Sunday and Monday
Okay.
and Tuesday.
When you weren't with Carter, would you be able to speak to him over the phone?
Yes, sir. Most of the times I would either FaceTime or talk to him on the phone.
Would you do it like once a day or multiple times? Or
Average once a day.
Okay. Okay. That weekend, did you get to FaceTime him at all?
No, I did not.
Okay. Did you ask?
Yes, I did.
Who?
Ms. Davis.
Okay. And she had Carter that weekend.
Yes, sir.
Right. Would she talk to you at all that weekend?
We talked, I think it was Friday, when we realized that the payment was deducted from, when the payment was deducted from my paycheck. And after that was the last time we talked, because you blocked my phone number.
She blocked your phone number?
Yes, sir.
Okay. And how did you figure out that she had blocked your phone number?
The calls wouldn't go through, text messages wouldn't go through, and this happened before, so I pretty much know how it is being blocked from.
Okay. How many times did you call and try to text?
I can't recall.
Was she mad at you?
Yes, sir.
What was it about?
About overpaying on child support. Yes.
And the purpose of your calls or texts, were they just about the child support?
Before I was blocked, yes. So we had a phone call prior to, I think the last actual phone call that we had was about the child support, and her saying that I messed up everything as far as the child support payments. And I'm like trying to still figure out how I did that, and not really understanding how me making a payment through the DFAX app and then having it deducted from my check, how would that mess up anything?
Mm-hmm.
And that's what she was mad at me about.
And were you calling as well to try to speak to your son?
That night I was.
Okay, which night?
Pretty much the entire weekend.
Pretty much the entire weekend?
Yes, sir.
And were you able to?
No, sir.
So that was the weekend. Is the only way you tried to communicate with her text or email that weekend?
That weekend I sent her just emails because calls and text was not going through, so I had to email her to at least get some type of response to her.
Okay. So I'm going to show you what I've just shown the defense counsel, and it's marked as State's Exhibit 13. Can you please look at that? Do you recognize it?
Yes, sir.
What is it?
It's an email of me messaging Ms. Davis and an email of her replying back to my initial email.
Okay, do you remember when that email was?
Yes, sir.
When was it?
It was November 16th.
November 16th, so that Monday?
If I'm not mistaken, it was either November 16th or, yes, it was that Monday.
That Monday? And is this a fair and accurate representation of that email?
Yes, sir.
Has it been changed or altered in any way?
No, sir.
Your Honor, this time we offer evidence States 13.
As long as I can cross on it, I have no objection.
It's a minute.
So I'm going to put it up on television, we'll publish it. And that is behind you. So if you could turn around and take a look at it for me. So you said that you had texted her, or emailed, sorry. Is that correct?
Yes, sir.
And at what time did you email?
At 10:43.
Okay, and she responded to you?
Yes, sir.
All right, can you please read to the jury what she responded to you?
Stop emailing me. No, you can't get or talk to Carter. Leave me TF alone. And that's the last time I'm going to tell you.
What does TF stand for?
The fuck.
And that's the last time I want to tell you?
Yes, sir.
So this is Monday. Do you have any idea what's going on, where Carter is? Who asked?
No, sir.
Did you guys have any communication after that email on Monday?
No, sir.
Was there a phone call?
No, sir.
Did she call you about needing to get Carter?
Oh, yeah. So later on that night, she did call me. And I'm not too sure if it was a call or a text. I know we did talk later on that night
Okay.
for her saying that I need to take off of work the following day so I can keep Carter.
Okay. Did she tell you why?
She said that he's sick and he's been throwing up.
He's been throwing up. Did she tell you how much he's been throwing up?
No, sir.
Did she tell you if anything had happened to him?
No, sir.
Okay. And did you take work off? And
I did not.
okay. Why was that?
I didn't take off of work because I was pretty much begging to even see him, FaceTime him, and I would get no response. And even to the point of like, I would kind of like make concessions with him. Like, if you let me FaceTime him and see him, then I'll take off of work and I'll keep him. And those were going unanswered. And the only thing she told me was just that he's been throwing up and he's sick. I need to take off of work.
You wish that you had?
I did.
Was that the end of your communication with her for the time being?
We talked Tuesday morning when I was already at my part-time job, and that's when she told me that Carter's being rushed to the emergency room now. I need to get back.
Okay. You remember what time that was?
It was in the morning time. I said approximately 8 or 9.
Okay. Did she say what was wrong with him?
No, she just said that he's being rushed to the hospital. She didn't say what was wrong.
Okay. And he was being rushed to the hospital. So where was your part-time job at that time?
I was on the ambulance in Dublin.
Ambulance in Dublin? Are you EMS?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So did you drop everything and head to the hospital?
Yes, sir.
And where was the hospital?
It was Perry Hospital off of like pretty much Watson and
Perry. You thought you were on Perry, or was it Peach County?
Peachtown.
Okay. Peach County. Did she say anything about who had taken him? If he went to a pediatrics office?
I'm not sure if she did or not.
Okay. So all you knew was that he was being taken home. All right. And did you end up making it to the hospital?
I did.
And when you got there, was Carter alive or dead?
He was already deceased at the time. She called me before I got to the hospital and told me that he was deceased.
Okay. And when you got to the hospital, what did you do?
When I got to the hospital, I came through the emergency bay, the ambulance bay, and they led me to the waiting room that was kind of off to the side. And that's when I saw Kianna and Kianna there.
Were the police there?
They had hospital police staff in the waiting room also.
How long did you stay at the hospital?
We had to wait a while before we could actually go see his body. And I stayed there until, I can't say how long I stayed there, but until it was done.
Until you were ready to go?
Well, until we went to see him and in the room, and we pretty much said our last goodbyes with him at that time. And I think that's when the coroner was coming, and that's when we left.
Let me ask you this. So you guys lived separately. Did he have a bedroom in your apartment?
Yes, sir.
All right. Did he like to sleep in that bedroom?
He never slept in that room.
Where did he sleep?
In bed with me.
Okay. Was that kind of his thing?
Yeah.
Was that a habit that he had?
Yes, sir.
Do you know if he did the same thing when he was at the defendant's?
I can't definitively say, but from my time living there, yes.
Okay. Do you know if the defendant
Include
was
myself.
upset about the fact that he wouldn't sleep in his own room?
I cannot say.
Grace was in my spot.
Do you know if Kianna wanted you to break that habit?
Yes, sir.
Okay. She spoke to you about that?
Yeah.
Okay. Did y'all have a funeral for Carter or a service for him?
We had a viewing at the funeral home, and then we also had a balloon release pretty much at the fire station that I used to work at.
Okay. And do you recall where the viewing was?
McCullough Funeral Home off the house.
Was the defendant there?
Yes, sir.
Did y'all interact at all?
I don't think we did. If so, mildly.
And you said there was a balloon release?
Yes, sir.
When was that done?
Can't remember the exact date, but it was in December.
Whose idea was that?
Mine,
Was Kianna involved in that at all?
not in the plan.
Okay. Did she go?
She did.
Did you have to make her go?
I don't think I made her go, but I suggested it. I would like for her to be there.
So, after the balloon release, do you remember when the balloon release was?
The exact date?
Yeah.
I don't remember the exact date, but I have pictures I can look back.
Well, I mean, so did the viewing happen first?
Yes, sir.
Okay. And then there was a balloon release?
Yes, sir.
Was it a few days, a couple weeks later?
I'll say maybe 2 weeks later, 2 or 3 weeks later.
And did you and the defendant stay in contact after that balloon release?
Seldom.
Seldom? Did you guys ever discuss Carter?
Yes, sir.
What was that discussion?
Just in the time frame after that. And most times, if we were to discuss Carter, it'll mainly be pertaining the happenings of him not being here, or the investigation and the prolonged autopsy results. It would mainly be something around that basis of what's going on with the case.
Okay. And any time did you have a conversation with the defendant about Keon Benton's potential involvement?
We had one interaction where it was when we got the preliminary autopsy results back, and when we got the preliminary autopsy results back, the preliminary results said lacerated liver, and I was a little mad, angry, and I was on the phone with her, and she got the results as well. And I told her, I said, Kianna, I said, if something comes back that said this guy did something to my kid, I don't know what I'll do.
How did she respond to that?
She responded by pretty much telling me, she said, how can you even say something like that? He would never do nothing like that. And he was even a better father to Carter than I was.
Was she mad that you said that?
By her tone, yes.
Did she cuss you out?
That's all she said at that time.
You guys talk more about the situation than just that time, right?
So,
I mean, have you guys had other conversations?
yes, we
about what happened?
not about what happened, but we've kept somewhat of an open contact, but we never really talked about what happened.
Well, but did she ever say what she thought happened?
No,
Did she ever blame Keon?
no,
Did she ever get mad at you about the fact that it happened?
yes, sir.
What happened there? What was that?
It was a conversation we had where she stated that I should have been there to take care of him. I should have took off work and I should have had him. And if it wasn't for that, this whole thing would have happened.
So because you didn't take off work to take care of Carter, none of this would have happened?
I don't know, possibly.
Okay. Do you know what she was referring to when she said none of this would have happened?
No, sir. I guess just speculating on as
I
far as
don't you just speculate, but I mean, if you don't know, you don't know.
I don't know.
Sorry to cut you off. But you would, or at least did on one occasion, try to get information from her about what happened, right?
Yes, sir.
And what would she tell you?
She would not tell me anything, just saying she don't know what happened. Maybe he jumped off of his bed, or maybe some type of accident happened that she don't know of.
Okay. Did she say anything about him being sick?
Only when we initially talked, when she told me to take off of work.
That weekend, was that the only time that she had kind of refused you access to him?
Yes, sir.
Because earlier you said that, I think you said that you knew you were blocked because it had happened before. But that was the first weekend where you weren't just blocked, but you couldn't even speak to Carter.
That was when I was blocked for an extended time. Most of the times if she blocked me, it would be for a couple hours or not even a day.
Nothing further at this time, Your Honor.
Mr. Burns, thank you.
Thank you. Mr. Ambrose, good afternoon. My name is Jeff Grew. I'm a lawyer from Warner Robins here representing Ms. Davis. Let me ask you a few questions if I may. I'm sorry for your loss. Okay. When did you and Miss Davis start seeing each other?
Me and Ms. Davis met in 2014.
Were you with the Warner Robins Fire Department at that time?
Before we met, no. I was in the hiring process
You were in the hiring process?
when we initially met.
All right. And where did y'all meet at? Did y'all meet in Warner Robins or somewhere else? Or?
We met in Warner Robins.
All right. And when did you go to work for the fire department?
2014.
At some point in time, y'all moved in together, is that right?
Yes, sir.
When?
2017.
2017. Okay. And y'all moved into the Sandpiper Apartments, is that right?
Yes, sir.
And that's off of Russell Parkway in Warner Robins, is that correct?
Yes, sir.
When y'all moved in together, was it just you two?
I lived in an apartment first, and then she moved in after she was pregnant.
All right. And was she teaching school then?
No, she was not.
Was she working at a dermatologist's office then?
Initially, when she first moved in, she was working at FedEx.
Working at FedEx, and then did she go to work at the dermatologist's office?
She worked at a dermatologist's office when we moved to the second apartment.
All right. Well, let's. I want to make sure we have a good timeline here. So, Carter was born on January the 1st. Excuse me, January the 14th of 2018. Is that right?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Okay. And when he was born, you and Miss Davis lived there in Sandpiper Apartments. Is that correct?
Yes, sir.
Would it be fair to say that's where the child was conceived at?
Yes, sir.
Within a couple days of Carter being born, he had to go in the hospital. Was that right?
That's not right.
He didn't go in the hospital?
No, he did not.
When did he go in the hospital at all during, say, the first month of his life?
I think he went to the hospital maybe 1 month or 2 months after, but not the first week or the second week.
Okay. And when he went to the hospital, were you employed by the fire department then?
Yes, sir.
And where did Carter go to the hospital at? Which hospital?
More than likely it'll be,
And if you don't know, that's fine.
yeah, I don't.
You don't know where he was in the hospital at.
I'm not sure which time you're talking about.
I'm talking about the first time after he was born.
I don't recall.
But nonetheless, you and Miss Davis were living together in Sandpiper Apartments.
Yes, sir.
And that was in 2018, correct?
2017 is when we lived together. That's when we started living together.
Okay, but when Carter was born, Miss Davis brought him back to your apartment there in Sandpiper. Is that right?
Yes, we both brought him back.
Both brought him back. Okay, and that you three lived there together. Is that right?
Yes, sir.
And you lived there in that apartment there at Sandpiper, the three of you, until when?
Until the following year. We stayed in that apartment for 1 year of Carter's life.
Okay, until 2019?
Yes, sir.
And is that when you and Miss Davis and Carter moved to these apartments there off of Lakeview Road?
Yes, sir.
And that's the apartment that's right there within, say, 200 or 300 yards of the pediatric place. Is that right?
Yes, sir.
And that was planned, was it not?
No, it's not.
It wasn't planned.
The plan was to have a nice apartment.
Have a nice apartment, and the fact that his doctor was there meant nothing.
It might have, but that wasn't the initial.
Okay, I mean, could it have meant something to Miss Davis?
Maybe I cannot say which
Okay.
one I'm talking about.
And during this time, where was Miss Davis working at?
it was a period where she did not work, and she was in school for a portion of that time.
Where was she in school at?
Mercer.
Mercer University in Macon.
Yes, sir.
Was she taking online classes or in-person classes?
Objection on relevance, Judge.
The objection sustained.
All right. So, so how long was she? When did y'all move into the apartments over there at Lakeview?
I would say March of 2019.
Okay. And when was it that you moved out?
March of 2020.
All right. And was it just you three still there at the apartment when you moved out?
Yes, sir.
And you were still with the fire department, is that right?
Yes, sir.
And do you know if Ms. Davis was a stay-at-home mom?
For a portion, she was.
Until when?
She got a job at a dermatology office in Macon.
All right. And do you know when that was?
I cannot recall.
All right. And did she stay there the entire time until y'all broke up in March of 2020?
Yes, sir. Or at the dermatologist's office?
Right.
Yes, sir.
Okay. And if you don't know, that's fine. Yeah. But in any event, the relationship fell apart in March of 2020. Is that right?
Yes.
And is that when you were still with the fire department, right?
Yes.
And is that when you moved to Caitlin Drive?
Caitlin Circle.
Caitlin Circle. And that's over there near, which fire station is that you were working at then?
Fire station number 6.
And that's the one off Osegan.
Yes, sir.
And in Caitlin, where you were living at is, you were living in an apartment right there, is that right?
Yes.
All right. Now, so when you left in March of 2020, did you and Ms. Davis have an agreement as to what sort of child support you would pay?
Yes, sir.
How much?
It was $580.
$500, and that's an agreement that you two made?
Yes, sir.
And were you paying $580 starting in March of 2020?
Yes.
And so you paid it for every month until
I got court ordered on child support.
Okay. And the court order for child support, did you have to come down here to this courthouse to get an order to do that?
Yes, sir.
And the amount was $750
Yes, sir.
a month. Was that to come out of your, the $580 that you were paying, did that come out of your, was that deducted from your salary, or did you just pay that on your own?
That was the amount that we decided together for me to just pay her monthly.
Okay, you paid it up on your own,
Yes,
is
sir.
that right? And you were brought down here for child support, what, was it November of 2020?
If I'm not mistaken, it's October.
October. And the money was to start when?
In November.
November. 1st of November?
Yes.
Okay. And would that come in one lump sum payment of $750?
No, sir.
How, would it be divided twice a month type thing?
Yes.
All right. You were saying something about an overpayment. What was that about?
I paid the initial half before I knew that it was being deducted from my paycheck.
All right. And you felt as though Ms. Davis should pay you that money back?
I said if she would like to, she can pay me back.
If she would like.
Yeah, because I won't pay.
That's how you said it?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So, once again, you kept the child, and you returned the child to Miss Davis on the Thursday before he died. Is that right?
I took him to daycare that morning.
You took him to daycare on that Friday morning?
Thursday morning.
On Thursday morning?
Yes, sir.
Did you pick him up from daycare on Thursday, or did she?
She did.
All right. and you didn't have anything to do with picking the child up on Friday, is that right?
No, sir.
Okay. And I guess at some point in time, you and Ms. Davis talked over the weekend about, well, she called you and wanted to know if you could keep the child. Did she do that on the weekend or did she do that on the following Monday?
Can you repeat that for me?
Okay. You had testified earlier that you and Ms. Davis had talked, or she had asked you if you could take care of the child on Tuesday, the 17th. You recall that?
Yes.
And you told her that you could not because you had not your fire job, but a part-time job as EMS. Is that right?
Yes, sir.
Did you say anything to her that you would watch the child if she gave you that $350 back?
Incorrect. No.
That's incorrect.
That's wrong.
Oh. Now, but nonetheless, you did not agree to keep Carter on that Tuesday. Is that right?
I did not.
And you could have gotten out of that part-time job, couldn't you?
Yes, I could.
Pardon?
Yes, I could.
Okay, but you just didn't want to.
I didn't want to because I did not see my child for the entire weekend until Ms. Davis sprung upon me randomly after not talking to her or the kid for 3 days pretty much.
Oh, yeah.
I was texting saying, hey, you need to take off of work tomorrow.
But you could have seen Carter that entire Tuesday, couldn't you? Couldn't you?
Yes, I could.
But because you and Miss Davis were being disagreeable with each other, you drew the line in the sand. Is that a fair statement?
She drew the line in the sand when she told me I can't see my child, I can't FaceTime my child. That was a line in the sand.
But she offered for you to be able to see the child the next day.
After he was sick and about to die.
Okay, all right. Well, how did you know he was? Did that go into your thought processes that you knew he was about to die?
No, sir.
No, even though you were under a child support order, you didn't have any sort of anything in writing approved by the court as to what sort of visitation rights you would have. Is that correct?
No, sir.
And for the most part, you and Miss Davis got along pretty good about that, didn't you?
Yes, sir.
Just a second, Charlie. So, sir, it's your testimony that when you drop the child off at daycare, it starts on that Thursday morning. That's the last time that you saw him.
Yes, sir.
How many other times did Miss Davis refuse you over the months to be able to see the child?
She would not.
Pardon?
She would not.
She would not.
No, sir.
Did she ever refuse you FaceTime before?
No, sir.
So this was the only time?
Yes, sir.
When you talked to her on that Monday about whether or not you could watch the child on Tuesday, did she mention to you that Mr. Benton was watching the child?
No, sir.
Did you know that he was watching the child?
I don't recall.
And you say you met this Mr. Benton a time or two, is that right?
Once.
Once? Was that at the fire station?
Yes, sir.
And Carter was there, is that right?
Yes, sir.
I mean, that went okay, did it not?
No, it did not.
The meeting didn't go okay?
No.
Was there a confrontation of some sort?
It was I wouldn't really say competition, it was a disagreement.
A disagreement between who?
Me and Ms. Davis.
You and Miss Davis?
Yes.
I mean, you resented the fact, I guess, that she brought the child over there to your place of work?
Can you repeat that?
Pardon me?
Can you repeat your sentence? Can you repeat what you said?
Were you upset with Miss Davis because she brought the child over to your place of work?
No, sir. I love when you come to my job.
But there was a disagreement? Is that because Mr. Benton was there?
It was a disagreement on meeting Mr. Ben at the time.
It was just for a few minutes, was it not?
To meet him,
Right.
she brought Carter over to the fire station. It was a Saturday. She brought him over because she said that he's been sad and he's been moping around, and she would like for me to just, bring him over to the fire station so he can play. And she did. She advised, hey, just to let you know, my boyfriend's with me. I said, that is fine. That's okay. He came, we played around the fire station for about, say, 30 minutes. And then after that, that's when she came and said, all right, it's time to go. I asked Ms. Davis, I said, hey, would you mind if I meet your boyfriend since he's around my kid? I would like to put a face to the name.
All right.
And she said, no, he would not like to meet you. So that made me say, I don't care if you're around my child, I'm going to know who you are.
Okay. Was this on the Saturday before the child died?
No, sir.
How far in the past was that?
Me and my son, we went on vacation to visit our mom, to visit my mom in October. We came back October 18th, October 19th. That was the following weekend after that, so it was still in October.
Okay. So that's the only, did you ever meet Mr. Benton then?
I attempted to meet him. I said I will meet this guy, so I walked to the car and tapped on the glass. He didn't get out of the car. He rolled the car window down. I said, hey, I'm Kadeem, I'm Carter's dad. I shook his hand, and that's our only interaction.
So there wasn't any problem between you and he?
No, it was not.
Did you have any other problems or repercussions for Ms. Davis because of this meeting?
No, sir.
No. Just a second, Sean, please. I mean, sir, once again, you moved out in March of 2020, is that right?
Yes, sir.
During that period of time, of course, your baby died in November. During that period of time, did you yourself have a girlfriend that lived with you?
No, sir.
You never had a girlfriend that lived with you?
No, sir.
Did you ever have a girlfriend?
Yes, sir.
Who was that?
I was dating a girl named Tierra.
Tierra. And did you have the occasion to have Miss Davis meet her?
No, sir.
Okay. You didn't want that then?
If it happened, it happened, but she never.
Okay. And Mr. Ambrose, you were currently in Gwinnett County, is that correct?
Yes, sir.
There.
Yes, sir.
Which fire department were you for?
Gwinnett County Fire and Emergency Services.
Okay. Judge, I don't have anything else. Thank you, sir.
Thank you, Mr. Ambrose. You may stay or go as you wish, please. All right, Mr. Or y'all ready?
We got a motion.
Yeah.
This one has body cam, but I just wanted to do it out.
Okay. All right, y'all, we're gonna take just like 2 minutes to do some technology adjustments in here so that the presentation of evidence goes a little more smoothly than sometimes the computer lets us do while you're standing here watching us. So if y'all just step to the jury room, we're not gonna take a regular break right now, just a quick one to get set up, okay? ladies and gentlemen, we're ready to resume the tally. Call your next witness.
Your Honor, the state calls Matthew Whitell. All right, Officer Whitell, if you would, do you swear affirm testimony you shall give to the court as well as the truth? You would and spell your name correctly, please.
Officer Matthew Whitell, W-O-J-T-A-L.
Where do you work?
For the city of Warner Robins Police Department.
What do you do for the city of Warner Robins?
Police officer.
What do you do as a police officer?
I'm on the patrol division, so I respond to 911 calls.
And what does that usually entail? What does your day-to-day look like?
Coming in and mainly responding to 911 calls for service, traffic enforcement, so on and so forth.
And let me take you back to November of 2020. Were you a police officer at that time?
Yes, ma'am, I was.
Okay. Did you still work for Warner Robins or a different agency?
Been with Warner Robins my entire career.
That being said, how long have you been with Warner Robins?
Total of just over 8 years at this point.
And have you always been in patrol?
Yes, ma'am.
Were you on patrol back in November of 2020?
I was.
On November 17th of 2020, did you receive a call out of primary pediatrics?
I did, ma'am.
Okay. What was that call for?
I believe the call was titled Assist Agency as far as EMS. It was in reference to a CPR progress.
And you arrived on scene, correct?
Yes, ma'am. I did.
Okay. What was going on when you got there?
I arrived on scene and observed that the ambulance, which had already been on scene, back doors were open, and if I recall correctly, medical staff was in the back of the ambulance performing CPR and still working on the individual.
Who was that individual?
That would be the 2-year-old Carter Ambrose.
And he had already been loaded into the ambulance, is that correct?
Upon my arrival, yes, ma'am.
What happened after you arrived there?
Initially made contact with medical staff to find out basic information of what was going on. We were then instructed that the child was going to be transported to the hospital, to which I did follow the ambulance to that location.
Which hospital?
Peach County Madison Hospital.
And you followed the ambulance there?
Yes, ma'am.
What happened when you arrived at Peach County Hospital?
Got to the hospital, ambulance, and medical staff unloaded the male from the ambulance into a treatment room where they attempted to continue to get on further care to resuscitate the male.
And were they able to do so to your knowledge?
No, ma'am, they were not.
After that, did you leave Peach County Hospital?
Stood by momentarily until then I was instructed to respond to the residents at 68 Lakeview Lane, or Lakeview Road, excuse me.
And that's 682 Lakeview Road, is that your house in County?
It is.
And what happened when you responded?
I made contact with the lieutenant on duty and sergeant on duty who were providing scene security in the lead zone.
So when you arrived at the apartment, because this is an apartment complex, correct?
Correct.
When you arrived at the apartment complex and relieved your lieutenant and sergeant, what happened from then?
I remained on scene for scene security, and to my recollection was there until the scene was done being processed.
Did you speak to anyone on scene?
I did.
Do you recall who you spoke to?
Miss,
Did you speak to Miss Davis?
I did.
Now, were you wearing a body cam at that time?
Yes, ma'am, I was.
Was that body cam on and recorded?
To my knowledge, yes, ma'am.
Was it working properly?
Yes, ma'am.
Do you regularly wear a body cam?
Every day.
Now, at the time you spoke with Ms. Davis, the body cam was on recording.
Yes, ma'am.
Was she in custody at that point?
No, ma'am.
Was she free to leave and discontinue the conversation at any time?
Yes, ma'am.
Was she read Miranda?
No, ma'am.
And why is that?
Because she was not in custody, nor was she even thought of as a suspect at that time.
If I were to show you a copy of your body cam, would you recognize it?
Yes, ma'am, I would.
May I approach Your Honor?
You bet.
Your Honor, I show the witness was marked as Exhibit 14. This is the copy of the body cam. Officer Whitehall, have you had a chance to review that body cam?
Yes, ma'am, I have.
And was it a fair and accurate representation of what was going on scene that day and your conversation with Ms. Davis?
It is.
Has it changed or altered in any way?
No, ma'am.
Your Honor, at this time, the state will tender into evidence safe Exhibit 14 and publish for the jury.
And submitted,
Of course, we received it.
submitted over objection. You may publish.
Thank you, Judge. Your Honor, at this time, the state will tender into evidence safe Exhibit 14 and publish for the jury.
And submitted,
Of course, we received it.
submitted over objection. You may publish.
Thank you, Judge. And Your Honor, just as a matter for the record, the audio actually starts 30 seconds in.
And then the next day she started talking about my stomach hurt. Stomach hurt. I said, okay. Just lay down, baby. He wanted much everywhere in the hospital. I said, nothing would have made you mad. You know, okay, you want something like a regular thing you always don't feel good. Rushes to the stomach is right there, that's why they just close. As long as it's issues and they try to.
I was the person there. I was there with them. Well, I was there with
If they know who will, I know they're all broken.
them. They were all
I
pretty distraught.
they've all been since day one a part of the representative issues. I never have to ask when I go in there because they automatically know.
We heard something. So, are you dead? They were all.
I go in there because they automatically know.
We heard something.
They've all been since day one a part of the position. I never have to ask, and I go in there because they automatically know.
I'm trying to get us something, Lynn, going on, but it's gonna make me. I don't know if it's gonna let. It's not. It don't look like it's gonna let me do it. Cause even with me trying to do this small, like I probably cannot watch it like this. Let me see. When there's a will, there's a way. Let me see if I can stretch it out manually. Okay, let's see.
They're all pretty distraught. They've all been since day one a part of the position. I never have to ask, and I go in there because they automatically know.
So, are you dad and dad? Okay. So dad is a teenager? Okay. What is it? I am mom, whatever. You know what it is?
Yes, it is right next to the fire department when Kimberly, but she was station number 6. Right.
Oh, okay, we're by all these.
Yes, like right at that little from town.
Right, okay, look at everything on there. He was sniffing the tailpipe of the ambulance, and
For me, it worked so hard, and I was trying so hard to get here.
At that point, that's a lead year deterrent.
I guess there is no reason for us to hurt our ears trying to see this. I can't understand a damn thing that they're talking about. I will I'll re-record this and put it in a system where it can upgrade the sound because this is a mess. Wait a minute.
Since October 19th.
When's that?
Got back on the 23rd.
Okay.
And
That wasn't too long.
it wasn't long. With that.
Yeah, I still can't hear nothing there. I'm just gonna download it and I'll put it in a system where I can upgrade the sound. It seemed like that's all he came in there to talk about anyways. I thought when we was gonna get some video, I thought it was gonna be some good video. You heard that? You heard tragic? I ain't heard nothing. I ain't heard nothing about nothing. But what I will do for you, Billy, is I will get it downloaded, and I got another system that once we get done, I can download it and put it in the system and boost the sound so we can actually hear it. And I'll play it tomorrow. Oh boy. Did she just say it's tragic? Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Those are not good words. Those are not good words at all. Use your words, lady. Okay, let's go in here. Let's go ahead and listen. Yeah, when you use them words messed up, it can cause all types of issues. Yeah, I'll download it and I'll get it up there so we can have it, because I'm pretty sure that the sound is just not boosted. And I done learned that when you watching some channels, when after they do they have the CC on for the live feed, but they don't have the CC on for the regular. So like I don't even have an option for CC right here. So there's that. Okay, here we go.
All right, Ms. Hollins, you can call your next witness. State calls Juan Herrera. Let me have Mr. Herrera, please, or Officer Herrera. You swear affirm testimony you shall give here before this court is the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you God.
I do.
You would state your name for the record, please.
Juan Herrera,
Investigator, where do you work?
Waterline Police Department.
What do you do for Monroe Island Police Department?
So my role is a crime scene investigator, also late and pretty time.
So you are primarily a crime scene investigator, and you are also a late crime.
Yes, ma'am.
What do you do for crime scene investigations?
Crime scene, when we on call, we respond to different crimes
And how long have you done that?
for 19 years.
Is that how long you work for Monroe Island Police Department?
Now, I was hired on January 29, 2007.
What did you do when you were initially hired?
I was a booking officer.
And so what did you do from there?
From there, I applied for the crime scene due to my training before to the Department of Homeland Security on fingerprint. And then I got the job in March 2009.
And since then, you have worked crime scene investigations for Monroe Island Police Department.
Yes, ma'am.
Thank you, sir. Let me take you back to November 17th of 2020. Were you working in that capacity on that day?
Yes, ma'am. I was on call that day.
Did you receive a call out to 6082 Lakeview Road?
Yeah, the first phone call that I had, it was to respond to the ER at the Perry Hospital in Peach County.
Did you actually go out to Peach County?
I would, yes.
What did you do at Peach County?
I met with Coroner Galpin and Juvenile Sergeant Collins to photograph and bag the child so I can send him to the morgue at Houston County.
So basically, you saw the child, Carter Ambrose's body at Peach County?
Yes, ma'am.
And you were taking photos, right?
Yes, ma'am.
Were you the one who bagged him?
Yes, ma'am.
And after you bagged him at Peach County Hospital, what did you do?
I followed EMS to the Houston County morgue, and myself, I locked him in the morgue.
So you transferred the body to the morgue?
Yes, ma'am.
And what did you do from there?
From there, just photographed the lock in the freezer and cooler section, and just went back to the scene. Yeah.
And by the scene, what is the address for the scene?
The address of the scene, it was 68 Lakeview Road, apartment 2408.
And that's in Houston County, right?
Yes, ma'am.
What did you do when you arrived on scene?
When I arrived at the scene, I met with Officer Matthew. He had the scene secured. So then I also met with Sergeant Collins from Houston County, investigator, and proceed to start photographing, documenting the scene and collecting evidence as a request of the Sergeant Collins.
Great, thank you, sir. Tell us how you process the scene.
When we get to the scene, we start with photographs. We photograph the entire scene. After we photograph the entire scene, we mark the items of evidence that most likely we're going to collect. And from there, we collect all the
items. If we need to do all the type of process requested, then we do that as well. Yeah.
Is that how your training process is in?
Yes, ma'am.
Do you have extra training for processing things?
Yeah, we do have, and I mean, what is requested, we need to collect full-wear evidence, we collect full-wear evidence. If we have to process for fingerprint, we process for fingerprint. If we have to collect DNA sample, we do that as well, or if we need to collect all the other foreign objects, so we also collect for them.
Did you collect, let me ask you this first actually. So you would photograph the scene.
Yeah.
Did you take photographs of this scene?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. If I were to show you those photographs, would you be able to recognize them?
Sure.
May I approach you? You may. Investigator, I'm showing you what's been marked as states exhibits 15 through 61. If you'll take a minute and just look at those.
Taken by me, and also the markers that I use to mark the evidence that I collect.
So you are the one who took these photos?
Yes, ma'am.
And are they fair and accurate representations of the scene as you found it?
They are.
Have they been changed or altered in any way?
No.
Your Honor, at this time, the state will tender into evidence states exhibits 15 through 61.
You said 61?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay.
We have no objection, Your Honor.
There it is.
The state will ask to publish to the jury this one.
You may do so.
Officer Pereira, if you would kind of turn around a little bit and put these up on the screen. Showing states exhibit 15. Can you tell me what it says?
Yeah, that's a living room area from the TV and going out to the back porch or the patio area. And those are marked as 1, 2, 3 with the stains on the carpet.
And you said those are your markers
Yes, ma'am.
that you use to process the scene.
Yes, ma'am.
And those are markers 1, 2, and 3.
Yes, ma'am.
States exhibit 16. Investigator, you can tell me what this is?
Yeah, it's a close-up picture of the stain that are marked as item number 1.
And what is that item number 2 up there?
Number 2, it was another stain next to number 1.
So in processing a scene, you would notice those stains and put markers there? Is that process?
Yeah, yes, ma'am.
State 17. Investigator, can you tell me what it says?
Yeah, that's a close-up picture with the ruler, so we can see how large is the stain that I'm marking.
So, just to be clear, that is your marker number 1, your ruler, measuring the stain that you found there. States 18. Investigator, can you tell me what this is?
That's another medium range photograph of number 2, the stain marked with mark number 2.
So you mentioned medium range. Can you tell me what that means?
We do, the way that we, for evidence that we collect, the items for evidence, we do overall pictures, medium, and close. So
this will be a medium range photograph.
The ruler, yeah.
States 19, can you tell me what it says?
Yeah, this is the same stain, marking number 2 with the ruler.
States 20 investigator, can you tell me what it says?
Yeah, that's a close-up picture of stain marks number 2 with the ruler as well.
So essentially the same picture as States Exhibit 19, just close range.
Yes, ma'am.
Thank you, sir. States 21 investigator, can you tell me what this is?
Yeah, it's like a medium picture with item number 3 with the stain marks item number 3.
States 22 investigator, can you tell me what this is?
It's the stain mark number 3 with the
And this will be a close range photograph?
close-up range, yes.
States 23?
Same stain number 3 marker with the ruler. Most of the time we take several pictures. We focus on to make sure that we can focus right and we can see it well.
Essentially, so you can get a clearer picture, is that right? And States 24 investigator, can you tell me what this is?
The marker number 3 with the stain also with the ruler.
So just another shot of the same thing?
Yeah, based on the lining and close-up, and focus on that.
Thank you, investigator. States 25 investigator, we've moved on from markers 1, 2, and 3. Can you tell me what is shown in this photograph?
Yeah, it was a napkin with stains located in the counter next to the sink with marker number 4.
Is there a particular reason why you took that photograph?
Yes, because of the stains that the napkin contained.
The stains that the napkin contained?
Yeah.
States 26 investigator, the same shot essentially?
Same shot, a little closer.
And States 27 investigator.
And same closer shot, number 4 with the ruler.
So this is another view of the mark number 4, the napkin that's like.
Yes, and we always also use the ruler for the sides of that.
States 28 investigator, we've moved on from mark number 4. What is shown in this photograph?
That was a diaper that we used and some shorts that was located on the floor on the hallway bottom.
And what is that next to marker number 5?
The diaper.
So the diaper is next to marker number 5? And the shorts are next to marker number 6?
This one.
Do you recall why you took photos of those particular items?
Do I recall what you're saying? Do
Why
I
did you
recall
take-
that picture? Yes, ma'am.
Why did you take pictures of those?
I took a picture because being the location where it was and also the diaper contained feces, and it can be taken to the lab if it's necessary.
And states 29 investigator. What's shown in that photograph?
That's more like a medium close-up picture of number 5. Yeah, I can see this.
States 30. What is this?
And that's a close-up picture on item number 5, the diaper with the
And states 31.
and also a close-up picture of item 6 for the shorts.
States 32.
Yeah, close-up with the ruler, same item number 6.
So measuring the shorts, laying on the ground.
Shorts, this one.
States 33. Can you tell me what's in this photograph?
This is a overall picture. This area is located in the master bedroom floor, the carpet area, and overall item 7 through 11.
So this photograph was taken in the master bedroom. And those are marker numbers 7, 8, 9, 10, and 11.
This one.
States 34 investigators, tell me what this is.
Close-up picture of item number 7. It will be part of some of the probably medication for the inhaled.
States 35 investigator, what is this?
Close-up picture of the inhaler right next to the Huggies. Number 9 would be one of the capsules. I think probably medication for the inhaler.
And states 37, is that a closer view of marker number 8?
This one with the ruler.
And the inhaler.
This one.
States 38, is that a closer shot of marker number 9?
This one with the ruler.
Those would be capsules for, say, a breathing machine.
I believe so, yes.
States 39, what is this?
10, market 10 will show the nebulizer, I believe, will be the treatment for asthma, most likely. And 11 will be, I think another short piece of clothing. So, 11 will be on the medication package.
You said marker number 11 would be the medication package.
Yeah.
State Exhibit 40, what is this?
So number 10 is a close-up picture with the ruler of probably the nose piece of the inhaler.
States 41, what is this?
11 was another capsule with a ruler. That was the medication packet that I told you. That was marked 11. I couldn't see it well.
Gotcha, thank you. And states 42, investigator, what is this?
This is an overall picture of the items located by the bedside. And then mark number 12 is a clear bag with green leaf material.
And where did you locate this in the house? Was this also in the master bedroom?
This one master bedroom next to the bed, on the floor.
12, what is this?
That's a close-up picture of the bag containing the green leafy material, also with a partially small line. Mark 12 with the ruler.
And states 44. Tell me what this is.
It's a close-up picture of the same baggy green leafy material with the marking 12 with the ruler.
States 45 investigator, tell me what's going on in this photograph.
13 was a towel on top of the bed.
So this is a towel on top of the bed?
Yeah,
And where was this photograph taken?
master bed.
States 46, what's going on in this photograph?
This is also on the master bedroom area, floor area, and marker 14. And for that's like a medication product. And 14 would be another, type of maybe part of the inhaler used to for that purpose.
So marker 14 is placed next to something that appears to be part of, say, an inhaler or some kind of medical device?
Yes, ma'am.
States 47, what's going on here?
14 is a close-up picture of the measuring cup. Also, it's one of those nose, bigger nose, so to pump the maybe mucus out of the nose.
States 48, investigator, what's going on here?
15 is close-up picture with the ruler, also with that piece of equipment probably from one of the nebulizer or one of the
States 49, investigator, tell me what's going on in this photograph.
This is the bedroom, the child's bedroom, and this is, it was two beds, a large bed and the child's bed, so this should be the child's bed against the wall. With a marker, I believe, what, 16? Let's see, yeah, 16 and 17. So 16 will be marking the stain on the bed, and 17 the pillow, stain on the pillow.
And just a note, because there's a little bit of a glare on the screen here, that marker where that glare is marker number 16.
Yeah, from here I can hardly see it on the 16 way. Yeah.
And that is next to a stain on the bed.
This one.
And marker number 17 is another stain.
This one.
Why did you take pictures of these particular things?
I take picture because it's, it could be body fluid, it could be vomit, it could be something related to the type of scene that I was working.
States 50, investigator, what is this?
A close-up picture of 16, marker 16, with the stain on the bed and the ruler.
States 51, what is this?
Another picture, item 16, the same stain on the child's bed with a ruler.
States 52.
17 will be the pillow located on the child's bed with the stain.
And again, there's that glare, the stain is kind of where that glare is, right?
Yeah, kind of pinkish, yeah.
States 53.
Yeah, this is another shot on the same stain on the pillow with the ruler, 17.
States 54.
The marker 18 is the pillow located on the larger bed located in the child's bedroom as well, showing the stain on the pillow as well.
And so mark number 18 is next to another stain. Is
Yes,
that
ma'am.
right?
And located in the field.
And so this is all still in the bedroom where the smaller child's bed was?
Yeah, a larger bed next to his bed in the other corner of the bedroom.
States 55 investigator, tell me what this is.
Also a picture of, with the ruler of the stain, mark 18.
States 56, what is this?
Same marker 18, same stain on the pillow, with even closer with the ruler.
And states 57, what is this?
Same marker 18, same stain, different shot with the ruler.
States 58, what is this?
This is the kitchen area. This medication, I got this medication from one of the top drawer area on top here. Marker 19.
States 59, what is this?
Close-up picture of all the medication. We can see what medication is what. And marker 19. Yeah.
Is there a reason why you took pictures of the medication?
Yeah, we do. We collect medication on child's dead, and most of the dead we also collect medication.
State 60, what is this?
This bag is located in the between, like in the bar area of the kitchen, on top of the stool. And I marked the whole bag as 21 was collected completely, the entire bag, and also contained some medication as well.
And state 61, what is this?
Close-up picture of marker 21 from that bag. The medication was inside the bag.
And so all of the items that are next to these markers, that would be physical evidence that you collected.
Definitely. Some of the stains were swabbed to later on. If the detective wants to submit it to the lab, we can, but pillows were collected. I cut the stain on the child's bed. I took the stain completely from the bed.
Now, do you do testing for, say, swab stains
No.
in-house, or is that sent to GBI?
Yeah, the detective will send it to the GBI. We just do the collection.
Do you do any more of the investigation other than processing?
All the documentation and collection of the crime scene.
Nothing further at this time, Judge. Mr. Greer, he's with you.
Thank you, Your Honor. Investigator, good to see you again.
Yes, sir. Thank you. So,
Jeff Greer, hope your family's doing well.
yes, sir. Everybody okay? Thank you.
Once again, you were, based on your job as a crime scene investigator, you were requested to go to the original Peach County Hospital there in what's considered Byron, is that correct?
Yes, sir.
And when you went out there, you took numerous photographs of the baby, is that right?
Yes, sir. The ER bed. Yes.
As a result of that, you were, you got out there a little bit before noon on that particular day, is that right?
Yes, sir. It's actually that was called on, I think, 11:30. I arrived at 11:49.
11:49. And that you stayed out there and took photographs, and you were out there, 30, 45 minutes or so, is that correct?
Yes, sir.
At that particular time, you then followed that actually took the baby to the morgue?
EMS. Follow EMS, yeah, from the...
Right. And you got there 30 minutes or so later, is that right?
We arrived at HCMC more at 1301.
All right. And once the child was delivered there to the morgue, you were then called upon to go to the crime scene, is that that?
Yes, sir.
Is that correct? And you met with Deputy Collins from the Sheriff's Department, is that correct?
Yes, sir.
And he's with the Sheriff's Office and you're with Warren Robert, but y'all were working together on this?
Yeah, we kind of, whatever they tell us to do, what they do, and then we do what they want in our part as well.
Okay. And I take it that you stayed out there for a couple hours or so at the apartment there on Lakeview, is that correct?
Yes, sir. Yeah, I released the scene at 15:40.
Okay. That would have been 3:40 in the afternoon, is that correct?
Yes, sir.
And then from there, you eventually returned to the police department at about 5:30 that night, is that correct?
17:30, yes, sir.
Okay. I take it that the photographs that we looked at, all these photographs, you took a lot more photographs than that, didn't you?
Yes, sir.
I mean, you probably took more than 100 more, on that correct?
Yes, sir.
And every one of the pictures you provided to the district attorney.
Yes, sir.
That you know of. Okay. Now, as far as all these photographs are concerned, you took a lot of pictures of stains. Is that correct?
Yes, sir.
Stains of carpet, pillows, maybe some sheets. That's what you took stains of.
Yes, sir.
I mean, did you actually cut them out?
I took the pillows and I cut the one in the child's bed.
All right. And for those,
piece of material, I collected the sheet and collected a piece of material as well from the child's bed, small bed.
And you provided that evidence, did you not, to whom? Who did you give it to?
When we bring the evidence, we seal the evidence and we turn it into our evidence holding area at the police department.
Okay. And so it was locked up, is that right?
Yes, sir. They take custody after I release it to them.
Okay. Do you know which detective was in charge of all of this?
Well, from Houston County, it was Collins.
Right.
Yeah, but at the PD, when we turn things in, he goes into the property room.
With Warren Robbins?
Yes, sir.
Right. And so Warren Robbins was in charge of all of that potential evidence.
Keeping all the evidence there until somebody sent it to anywhere, to the lab or comes here.
Do you know if anybody ever sent it to the lab?
I don't know, sir.
I mean, you haven't been made aware of that?
No, sir.
So all these stains, you don't know what it was?
No, sir. We just did the collection of the stains.
Right. Just the collection. You can't, I mean, you have no idea what it was?
No, sir.
All right. Now, how many crime scenes do you figure in all your years that you've had to process?
Over 800.
Okay. And a lot of those are, you go to a crime scene on Francis Street after there's been a shoot, you go out there and get shell casings and anything that you can find. You put one of these placards down to try to identify each particular shell casing. Is that right?
Yes, sir.
And I mean, we didn't have any. I mean, you didn't collect any weapons or anything of that nature, did you? At this particular
No, not a particular thing.
No. I mean, did you look for? I mean, did you receive information that this child possibly had died from some sort of blunt force trauma?
Not at the time.
Okay. But did you look for or find anything or photograph or collect anything that would indicate that it could possibly be used as a weapon
I do the search, a complete search, and if I come across anything with a stain, anything that can lead me to suspect anything, it will be collected.
Okay, but you didn't collect anything though?
No, sir.
Did you collect, or did you see or collect anything that, based on your years of experience, knew to be blood?
Well, the stains, some of the stains are kind of represent kind of pinkish color. Could be light discolored blood. It also could be as well. Yeah, some of them, but it was kind of pinkish. So I mean, I cannot tell you 100% we didn't do any testing of blood, but it kind of represent, you know, similar stains of blood that I've collected in the past.
But you just collected, you didn't do any analyzing of anything?
No, sir.
So you don't know what the results of any of that are?
No, sir.
Could you tell from your search and collection as to whether or not there was any evidence inside the apartment of a struggle of some sort?
No struggle. Things were not normal where it's supposed to be, but not like, let's say, in a struggle situation, no, sir.
All right. I mean, you've been to crime scenes, have you not, investigator, where you've went into rooms where there's furniture upended and trash all over the place and windows broken and stuff like that? Nothing?
No, sir.
There wasn't any evidence of any damage to any walls or windows or doors or anything?
No, that I could see.
And I take it that you went throughout the house, you just didn't go, you just didn't go in the child's room and the kitchen and the master bedroom, is that correct?
I did the entire apartment, sir.
Right, the living room, did you also go to the laundry room?
Yes, sir.
Because you did a sketch of this whole place, is that right?
I did.
And there was also a balcony that was on the back of the apartment. Did you check the balcony also?
Yeah, it was locked. It was locked at the time.
It was locked?
It was fine, yeah.
But did you ever have the occasion to go out to the balcony?
Yeah, it was remarkable. It was fine.
It was remarkable?
Not yet.
And there was a storage room that opened in from the balcony. Did you go in that storage room?
No, sir.
Okay. But all the time and all the pictures you showed out there, this is all that you have to report, is that right?
Yes, sir. That's what I did, yeah.
Just a second, John. I have nothing further for the investigator. Thank you, sir.
Yes, sir.
Ms. Holland.
Investigator, just a few more questions about the stains. You described them as being pinkish in color.
Yes, ma'am.
Now, in your experience, you have seen a lot of stains, right?
Yes, ma'am.
Does pinkish in color necessarily have to mean blood?
Some of them kind of light color, but it do reflect possible being blood stains.
Could it be something like vomit?
Yes, ma'am.
Could it be something like juice?
Yeah, could be.
So a pinkish stain wouldn't necessarily mean it's blood?
Not if it be tested, I believe. I mean, through our experience, we kind of determine certain stains, but I mean, until it's been tested.
You yourself, just to clarify, don't do the testing, it's sent to the GBI for testing.
Yeah, I submit everything so they can submit it to the GBI. I don't know if they did, but.
Thank you, investigator.
Real quick, Your Honor, please. Real quick.
Yep.
Once again, investigator, you've had the occasion, have you not, to do crime scene investigations where there's been blood spatter on the walls, is that correct?
Yes, sir.
There wasn't any blood spatter anywhere in this house?
No, sir. No, I don't see it.
Judge, that's all I have.
Thank you, Investigator Herrera. You're free to go and stay as you wish. You may be excused. Call your next witness.
Keith Collins.
Yep.
Mary's right hand, please. Do you swear affirm testimony you about to give me the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you God? I do. Thank you, sir. Can we see you? Can you state your name for the record, please?
Justin Heath Collins?
Is that just common spelling on everything?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Are you currently working in law enforcement?
No, sir.
Okay. What do you currently do?
I'm currently a realtor, landmark realty, and home repair business.
Okay. And prior to that, did you work in law enforcement?
I did.
Which agency did you work for?
I was with the Houston County Sheriff's Office.
How long were you with the sheriff's office?
From November of 2010 to February of 2021.
Were you in the same role at the sheriff's office? Did you have different roles?
I had different roles. I
Okay.
was promoted to the juvenile division around 2004.
When you say promoted to the juvenile division, what is the juvenile division?
Juvenile division of the Sheriff's Office, the primary function is to investigate either delinquencies involving juveniles or also child victim crimes.
And were you working in that capacity November 17th of 2020?
I was.
Were you the on-call investigator that day?
I was.
Did you get a call about a deceased child that day?
I did.
Where were you when you got that call?
I believe I was at the juvenile office.
Okay. You remember about what time that was?
I believe it was morning time.
It was morning time, kind of early in the morning. That kind of maybe just got into the office.
I believe so.
And when you got that call, where did you go?
I was going to the Peach County Hospital.
Okay. And when you got to Peach County, was there any understanding that you had about kind of what was going on before you got to Peach County?
Prior to my arrival, my knowledge was that I had an unresponsive 2-year-old that was en route to the hospital.
And when you got to Peach County, were you able to identify the child involved?
Yes.
What was his name?
Carter Ambrose.
Okay. Do you remember how old he was at the time?
Around 2 years of age.
2 years. At Peach County, was he still alive when you got there?
No, sir.
He was declared deceased at that time?
That was my understanding.
Okay. Was there anybody there? Was there anybody there that you had any contact with associated with the child?
My initial contact was with hospital staff who informed me of the child was deceased. And then at some point I made brief contact with the family.
Okay. And at this point, did you have any kind of working knowledge about how the child may have died?
At that point, no, sir.
Okay. You didn't have any information about it?
Prior to speaking with the mother, no.
Okay. At some point, were you made aware that there was a breathing issue with the child?
I was informed of a history of breathing issues with the child, and that the child had prior medical issues mentally.
And do you remember how long you stayed at the Peach County Hospital?
I don't, but it was probably at least an hour or so.
Okay. And then where did you go after the Peach County Hospital?
Responded to the apartment,
Okay, whose apartment?
Ms. Davis' apartment.
Okay. Do you remember the address of that apartment?
It was on Lakeview Road, 68 Lakeview Road.
Okay. Is that in Houston County?
It is.
And you said that Ms. Davis lived there. Was there anybody with Ms. Davis when you first interacted with her?
There was her boyfriend, Mr. Benton.
Okay. And now you said you went to the apartment there. Do you recognize Ms. Davis in the courtroom today?
Yes, sir.
What is she wearing?
White sweater, gray, white dress.
For the purposes of the record, witnesses identified the defendant, Kianna Davis.
Okay.
What was the purpose of going over to the apartment?
Well, anytime you have a child death, that's where the scene was last known for the child prior to being to the hospital. So we wanted to secure that scene and make contact there with the scene.
Okay. You secured the scene. Did you have the scene searched?
Did.
Okay. Did you ask for consent to search prior to searching?
I did.
Okay. And who did you get consent from?
From both Ms. Davis and Mr. Benton.
And did you actually go in the apartment?
I did.
What do you remember observing when you went in the apartment?
I remember some stains on the floor in the living room, either still or throw-up stains. I remember some medicine in the kitchen area on the counter. There was a nebulizer running in the back bedroom. In the child's room, there was a lot of throw-up stains on the bedding. And then in the bathroom, there was some water in the tub.
Okay. Was there a soiled diaper on the floor?
There was some.
Now, you went through it right, but somebody else actually documented the scene, correct?
That's correct.
And who was that person?
That was Juan Guerrero, one of speedy crime scene.
And he just testified, right?
Yes, sir.
And he took swabs or samples or cut-ins from the apartment, didn't he?
Yes, sir. I believe so.
And did you collect those from him?
I did.
Okay.
From him.
Okay. But they ended up somehow in the sheriff's office possession?
Right, that way,
Warren Robbins?
Right.
Okay. Now let me ask you this. Did you send any of that to GBI?
I did. That's the only part Warren Robbins.
Okay. So to your knowledge, did anything get sent?
From the apartment?
Yeah.
No.
Okay. So at some point, did you take a statement from Miss Davis about what happened?
I did.
Okay. How many?
I spoke to her at the juvenile office on 2 separate occasions.
Okay. Do you remember the first occasion?
I do. It was the day after the incident day.
Okay. And where did that statement take place?
The juvenile division office in Warren Robbins.
Okay. Do you remember about what time it took place?
I had it documented. Would have been, I believe, around 4 o'clock.
Okay.
Or,
Now, when did you ask her? I mean, did you ask her to come to the station, come to the juvenile office and give you a statement?
yes, sir. Prior to that, I asked her to meet with me.
Okay. And was the initial plan for her to meet on the same day that you asked her?
Yes, sir.
Okay. And what happened?
I received a call that she did not feel like coming in at that time.
Okay. So you guys scheduled it for the next day?
I did.
Okay. And as part of your investigation, did you also interview Kianna Davis?
I did.
Okay. How many times did you interview him?
We had 2 separate contacts with him.
Okay. Were the interviews with Kianna Davis on the same day as the interviews with this defendant?
Yes.
Okay. And do you know how Ms. Davis arrived at your office the day that she gave you the statement?
I don't.
Okay. At this point, was she a suspect in anything?
At this point, no, sir.
Okay. At this point, you have very limited working knowledge of kind of the facts in the case. Had an autopsy been done at this point?
No, sir.
Okay. So was she under arrest at all? Did you offer her any promises or hope of benefit to come and speak to you?
No, sir.
Did you threaten her or coerce her to speak to you?
No, sir.
Did you read her Miranda rights? Can you explain what those are?
Miranda rights are, everybody's rights are required any time an arrest is being made and interrogated.
Typical what you see on the cop shows, right? Okay, you didn't read her those?
No,
What was that?
she was not under arrest.
Okay. Have you reviewed her first statement prior to coming to court today?
Yes, sir.
Okay. And is it a fair and accurate, I mean, it's a video recording, is it not?
Yes, sir.
Is that a fair and accurate representation of the interview that you did with her?
Yes, sir.
And has it been changed or altered in any way?
No, sir.
As it, I'm going to offer it in evidence. It states 62.
Alright.
And I will tell the court that both are on state 62. Both interviews for the purposes of this. We'll just start with the November 18th, I believe was the date, interview.
Of course, over objection, Your Honor.
Yep, that's minutes.
Is there kind of parallel investigations that are going on at this point?
Yes, sir.
Okay. And where is that room that we're looking at?
This is at the Juvenile Division Office in Morales.
And before I continue, so you reviewed this, right?
Yes, sir.
So this interview is actually in 2 videos, is it not?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So one stops just for the purposes of everybody in the courtroom. We have another part too.
That's correct.
So try to turn this and keep dealing with it, okay? Straight on up. Need some water or something, yeah. So you were sorry to get and do this morning, okay? Just gotta get through it. Really, I'd like to just, I know that, we talked a lot yesterday about him being sick and stomach and things like that. Could you tell me when that started?
Friday, I picked him up from daycare. It's not about fun. And he was complaining slightly about his stomach, but he said it once and didn't say anything else. So the next morning, Saturday morning, he woke up and he had this bump in his eye, on the side of his eye, and 2 under it. And he was just rubbing it, so I was just like, he's so used to having allergic reactions that I just thought it was another allergic reaction. So when he rubbed it, the eyes swelled up, and I gave him some Benadryl, and he was taking Benadryl all day Saturday, every 6 hours, on this Sunday, every 6 hours. And then on Sunday, I cooked dinner. And he was happy, nothing was wrong. He ate, and then after he ate that night, I put him in bed, and he usually watches his cars. And he said, "Oh, my stomach hurts. My stomach hurts." And I said, "Okay, baby, just lay down." And that was Sunday night. He started throwing up. And it's not uncommon for him to do it. He's been to the doctor multiple times. But throwing up, just randomly just throwing up all over the place. So I didn't think anything of it when he started throwing up. That it was just a virus. I did what they always tell you to do, give him some Pedialyte, make him lay down. I went to work on Monday.
How many times do you think you threw up?
Once on this little beanbag, on the floor, on the couch. We walked around the house for a little bit. I gave him a bath because he was all nasty, and as soon as I gave him a bath, he threw up again. I just had to just go down, stop getting him juice. Gave him some Pedialyte, put him in the bed that night on Monday. He threw him in the bed, and that was alarming because, like, whenever he threw up, he did it when he was awake, and so he never done it when he was sleeping.
You couldn't have known.
Monday night, I was in the room, and I saw him threw on himself, and so I picked him up, and I took his shirt off, and I put him in the other bed. He had 2 beds in his room. And when I moved him, he kind of whined like I was hurting him. And I said, "Are you okay?" He said, "Okay." He said, "My stomach hurts, Mom. My stomach hurts." I said, "Okay, baby, just go back to sleep." I said, "You'll feel better in the morning."
Can you tell me about what happened?
Probably 2 or 3 o'clock in the morning.
Okay, so in the middle of the night?
Yeah.
Monday night?
Yeah. I got up for work that morning, and I went in his room to check out, and he was kind of laying off the bed. And so I pushed him back on the bed, and he kind of nudged me, and I'm like, and that's when I said, "Are you okay, baby?" He said, "What's up?" And I said, "You want to go lay down with Kianna? That's my boyfriend." He said, "Mm-hmm." And I said, "Okay." And I went in the room, I finished getting dressed. Kianna got him and laid down with him in the bed. And I went in the room and I kissed him and I said, "How are you?" And he was just mad and I was wrong. I swear to you. I'm so cautious during this time because during this time of year he always gets sick. He has a lot of respiratory issues, so I'm so cautious. If something was wrong, I would let him know. I was sorry. He was just laying there. He said, "Come on me." He gave me a kiss. I left.
Was it have any breathing issues at all? No breathing issues?
No, I went back when I gave him a kiss. And I know that he had breathing issues. I'm used to it.
Right.
So I went to work. I work in Jones County.
And you left about what time?
I left at 7:15.
Okay.
I got in Jones County around 8:30, 8:15. I stopped and got gas. I went to the school. I was there for about 10 minutes when my boyfriend called me. He said, "Carter he was weak. He was weak." And he was on FaceTime with me the whole time. He said, "He's breathing weird." I said, "Well, just go get his treatment and just give him a treatment."
At what time did you say he called you?
This is about 9. Because I didn't even do my class. I have a class at 9:30. I was gone from Jones County before the class even started, so it was between 9 and 9:30.
Okay. So did you see him on the video?
I did.
And how was it when you saw him on the
He was
video?
looking dead at me, that's why. I asked to see his chest. I remember I said, "Let me see his chest to see if he was retracted in the middle," because that's what I'm used to doing. And he pulled up his shirt, he wasn't retracted, so I said, "Okay, just give him a treatment." And he said he just left, he was on the phone with me the whole time. His daughter's office is literally right beside my house. He raced up there when they were on the phone. All I heard was the doctor just grabbing his knees. He got paused with I was just on the phone just driving. I was trying to get here. I don't know what happened after that. All I know is that they told me to meet him in Madison. I got to Madison.
I understand. Going back just a little bit. You said that was around 9.
Yes.
Right. You're not exactly sure the time?
I'm almost positive it has to be around 9. I got to Jones County at 8:30. I was on leaving the room by myself, or just not on the phone with anybody. I was just by myself getting the class ready for about 15-20 minutes.
Okay. All right. So I want you to think about when he called you, video called you, and showed him to you. Can you describe him to me? Was he making noises?
He was making noises. He was talking.
He was talking?
He was talking. He has a mask on his face, so I really couldn't hear anything. The mask, the breathing machine is going, and he looked at me and nothing.
So he was already on the breathing machine?
He was on the breathing machine.
He called you?
Now he called me. He wasn't on it when he called me, but he said he's not breathing on me. I could just get him the breathing treatment. I told him where it was. It was in the laundry room at the top of the counter on the top. And I said, just give it and give him a treatment. I said, give him the ball because he takes 2 different ones.
So he said he wasn't breathing?
He said he wasn't breathing regularly.
Okay.
That's why I asked to see his chest.
But you said he was talking?
He was talking. Before that, he said that I wasn't there. So, I mean, during the process, I heard him. He was talking. Nothing was wrong. If I would have thought something was wrong, there's just no way that I would have even say not do breathing treatment. That's always my first step, do a breathing treatment. If that, after that, I normally just check his breathing. If it's not right, I go straight to the doctor and I let them do the treatments and do the steroids and everything there. I'm never.
When's the last time he's had any kind of breathing attack?
He had a virus a couple months back. But
And what did he have been treated for that?
he had a steroid shot. They usually just give him a shot immediately because if they don't, his O2 levels go down and he wasn't even, I think he was at like a 92 that day. So they just gave it to him because they know how bad it can get. They typed out doctors is very aware of Carter and all of his issues.
Yes. Could you have your phone? Could I ask you to give me the time that he called?
Now 15.
Called you 9:15?
As soon as he called him, I jumped out.
Okay.
Because I called my boss right after.
Where was he at when he called you?
No, I'm sorry. This is the FaceTime call. At 8:35, he FaceTimed me.
Okay, all right. 8:35.
I called my boss right after. And told her I was sleeping.
So, what room of the house was he in when he called you?
My bedroom.
Was he in the bedroom?
Because they were laying in the bed before I left.
Now, I understand that he said something about that he had bowel movements. Do you know what point that was?
I wasn't on the phone at that point. He called me right after the bowel movement. That's when I got the phone call.
Okay. So did Keaton run?
Yes.
Right, did he spend the night?
Yes, he's been there since Sunday night.
Been there since Sunday night?
Yes.
How long y'all been together?
I've known him for 10 years. We dated, we just started back in August.
So you kept him at all before?
He has a daughter. He has a 3-year-old daughter too, so.
Okay.
He comes down and there's the time to kiss me on this.
So you said he's been around. Does he know the, all the medical issues that he has?
I was fully equipped him. That's why he knew what to do. Because I had already shown him once before. The card I had to take a treatment there. I showed him how to do it. He knew. Everyone around him knew. I made sure of that.
So you're on FaceTime with him. I'm sorry to go through it, but you're on FaceTime with him. You see him checks his chest. So he's breathing to death.
Nothing about it was, when I asked if he was having a asthma.
Now, at what point was you on the phone with him the whole time from that point? Or?
The whole time from that point.
So kind of walk me, if you would, through it best you can. From that point, okay, he called you, he already had the Bible with him. Had he thrown up anywhere after you left?
No.
No? Okay. So he called you, says that he's, what exactly does he say to you when he called you?
He said he has that Lord, he was weak.
Okay.
He said he's not breathing normally.
Okay.
So I said, let me see. That's why I said, let me see, because he said he's not breathing normally. And if I know when my child is about to go on return stress.
But you didn't think that's...
No.
Okay. So was it that was in the bedroom?
Yes, he was in the bedroom. He already had the mask on. He was doing treatment. And when he lifted up his shirt and showed me.
He already had the mask on?
Yes.
But he didn't have the mask on when he called you?
No. So he ran out the mask.
Okay.
Put the mask on. I walked him through. I'm at this point, I'm driving.
Yes, ma'am.
I'm driving in the car. I'm still on the phone the whole time.
And what was he wearing?
A yellow shirt.
So he's in the bedroom on the floor, you said?
No, he's gonna sit on the
He's
bed.
on the bed? Okay. That's where he's getting the breathing treatment?
That's where he was getting the treatment.
Okay.
He had the mask on. He showed him to me. I said, let me see him. I said, you okay, baby? I said, let me see his chest.
So he answered you when he asked you to go?
But he was very faint because he had a mask on. But he did like this.
Okay. How long do you think, I know it's a tough question, but how long do you think after he called you that he had the mask on in the bed and you saw him and was talking? 5 minutes, 10 minutes?
It wasn't 5 minutes. It wasn't that long.
Okay,
It
so
happened so fast.
you just went within a few minutes of him calling?
Within a few minutes, because he called me because he looked weak and then he said he's not breathing normal. So I immediately said, go get the treatment. I didn't need it. I didn't ask any questions or anything before he put the mask on.
Was he, so he had the shirt on, he had any pants on?
He had, when I left, he had my IBW and sleeping pants. So.
When he was in the bed, was he wrapped up? Was he just on top of the covers?
He was wrapped up. He threw it on covers.
But that was the end. And he threw up on the covers at what point?
That was when he was in the bed before I moved him.
Before you?
Yes, he did throw up again when I got up that morning for work.
Did he eat anything, y'all, other than I know y'all said he had like
He wouldn't eat, he wouldn't drink anything, because that's his normal whenever he was throwing up like that. He didn't even like Pedialyte, so I wasn't even surprised that he wouldn't really drink that. He would drink the juice though. And I stopped giving it to him because that's what he was throwing up.
Do you know what he ate all weekend?
I cooked beef tips and rice on Sunday. Saturday, he just had beefaroni and normal. And then we went Saturday, we went to my granddaddy's house. And I cooked dinner on my granddaddy, and he was fine. He was walking around, running around with his toys, nothing out of the ordinary. Other than that morning when his eye was swollen, he was on Benadryl that all day, but he was still.
And tell me about what, it was a Sunday morning that he had, or Saturday?
Saturday morning when the guy got swollen.
Okay, so.
And we usually wake up at 6 o'clock in the morning because we're still on my work schedule, so we won't still get up early. So as soon as we woke up, I noticed the bump on his eye, and he was just rubbing it.
That was around 6 o'clock Saturday?
No, 6 o'clock Saturday.
So he didn't have it Friday?
No.
Okay. Now, can you describe the bumps to me?
It almost looked like not a sty, but it was right here in the corner of his eye. It was not a small circle, it was noticeable and it was puffy. And then he had two kind of under his eye, but they were a little bit smaller in size. But when he was rubbing his eye, it instantly swelled, like it was shut. So I gave him a Benadryl.
Did it look like bites or did it look like just
That's what I thought. I thought it was bites. It didn't look like a pimple because it didn't look like it had pus in it or anything.
So you rubbed it and it was swelled up?
I gave him a Benadryl.
The night before, versus the night before when you had beef tips and rice, did you have anything in
No,
it?
that was, he had beef tips and rice on Sunday.
On Sunday?
Sunday night. I cooked it.
Saturday was a beefaroni?
Yes. And we also ate at my grandfather's house, so we had, because I went over there and I cooked Saturday, we had cube steak and mashed potatoes.
What y'all have on Friday? You remember?
Friday, he probably tasted me for I didn't cook.
Yeah.
That was Saturday. It was Friday.
Is that at your grandfather's house?
Yes.
Actually, so you said Saturday morning he had the bumps and he drove and his eye swelled, and you gave him Benadryl. Did it reduce the swelling?
Yes.
So
He took a nap. We went to my grandfather's house at 12. He took a little nap at the house because I gave him Benadryl, so it kind of made him sleepy. We got up and we started to get out at 12:15, 12:30. And I went over there and he went back to sleep because that's his normal nap time. So I made him go to bed. And I cooked.
Now, so what time did you get back home?
On Saturday, I'm not sure. It was after 5.
Okay. But you went to your granddad's at what time?
At 12:15, 12:30.
And that was on
Saturday.
So while you were at the so before you left for the grandfather's house, was his eye like back at home?
Yes. Now back to normal.
Well, and went down.
Yes.
Was it swollen at all while you were at the
It was
grandfather's
still
house?
swollen, just not one of those things that you have to know is now swollen for you to notice that it was swollen. A couple weeks before that, he ate a bag of chips. And his eye got full of kids. He's like, and they gave him something for that.
What kind of chips?
Sour cream and onions. And it was strange because I bought the bag and he had never ate that kind of before, but he eats all the other chips in the bag and he's never had a reaction to it. And when he ate that bag of chips for 5 minutes, his lip, his face was just swollen. I'm trying to run the picture. Let's go get you to the doctor. Yeah.
Would you mind telling me?
I'll see you all. One time.
Can you send a normal, regular face out, like special resolution?
What allergies do you know that he has?
They haven't tested him, and that has been my problem. But the entire time I've asked for him to be tested for allergies, and they kept saying he's too young. I know when he was smaller, he couldn't drink regular milk. I couldn't just use the regular baby milk cans. He had to go to soy milk because the regular baby milk was making him vomit all the time. So, and they wouldn't give me switches milk. I had to get his milk switched just on my own. I just decided to change it to the soy because it just wasn't working. And it wouldn't switch it over. They wouldn't test them.
They ever had a reaction with anybody like second smoke? Anybody smoking around there?
We don't smoke around him. He has.
Do you know if he's ever had a reaction to?
No. He's only had a reaction to the chips, his brain reaction to the milk, then the viruses. Anytime he gets sick with the virus, he always goes respiratory distress. Every time. It started when he was 1, the day after his birthday. We spent 3 minutes in the ICU. It's never really gotten better, and this time of the year I'm always so cautious.
Does it mean anything else he's had a allergic reaction to?
The one I don't even know he has the eye reaction to because he had just woke up, so it was very random.
And any new medication that we can know?
No.
Other than that?
No.
What medication is he on? Other than the breathing?
He takes an allergy medicine that is prescribed from his doctor. It's kind of like Claritin. He takes that once a day, 5 milligrams, and then he takes the budesonide once in the morning, once during the season, once in the morning, once in the evening, and that'll be raw if he starts having breathing issues every 4 hours.
Okay. And then inhaler?
No, he has an inhaler, but he doesn't like it. He just uses the breathing treatment.
You know the inhaler was tried at all?
Yeah, I tried that inhaler. He just...
I'm talking about that morning.
No.
Okay.
No, I immediately said it to the breathing treatment because I already knew he wasn't going to do the inhaler. He just doesn't like it.
I need to back up a little bit to where you were on the phone. Okay. So you're on the phone. He's in the bedroom on the bed. You're leave at that point or some point, and then you said he was driving.
Oh, yes. So once he told me that he was not breathing okay or not breathing normally, I ran out of Jones County.
Okay. Did you see at what point he moved him or from the bed to somewhere else?
Because he put the phone down to go get the treatment out of the laundry room. I told him, call me. I just went on the bed. Couldn't see anything because at that point I was driving and trying to get to him. I just know that I told him, I said,
see him anymore after that on the phone? Do you know at what point he left the house?
Within the breathing treatment, he gave him the breathing treatment, and while he was giving him the breathing treatment, I don't even remember what he said. I just know that he said, no, something's not right, and he said, I'm taking it. He took the breathing treatment off, he ran out the door. I was on the phone the whole time. I'm sure a lot of my neighbors, they have like a little ring.
Yeah.
But you think, what is it?
That's fine. We just have to figure out a time of everything. That's all. Do you know anything that he ate Friday at daycare that made?
No, I don't have his lunch, and usually I don't even know I packed that day, but usually it's between beefaroni or I'll work through more hours on Fridays. I don't even know if I picked that day to bring them lunch. Everything is just I didn't think of it.
Have you went to the store recently for any of that stuff, or is that stuff you had in the cabinet?
Because I went to the store maybe a week ago, and I got everything he needed for the weekend. His daycare lady, her nephew has same kind of breathing treatment, so I trusted her with him. She knows how to give him the treatments if something's wrong. Everything she's aware also.
But it was kind of sudden because he hadn't had that breathing issue for a while. And that morning when you left, he was not having any trouble at all breathing. He was sick in his stomach.
And he doesn't even like to lay on his stomach, but he was laying on his stomach.
Has he ever had a bad habit of getting anything or into anything in the house, like under the cabinets, or is there anything around that he could
No,
I never. Y'all used any poison or anything in the apartment lately or anything like that? No bug issues or anything?
I'll usually spray around the doors during the summertime and stuff. During the wintertime, I don't even try to do it because bugs aren't even out. So we have pest control come by. So, but I usually still, I'm very cautious. I go around the door edges and.
Has pest control been by?
I don't know their schedule. They come once a month and they just do it on their own.
They come inside?
They usually do come inside. And spray. And they'll leave their cards letting me know they've been here.
Can you remember the last time? But you say every month?
I don't think it's every month. They're on a schedule, and I know it's on Fridays for sure. It's the only days that they come by. Because if I ever see any bugs and I have to call and get them to come out and do something, they always be on a Friday where they can come.
Now, I know it's probably already asked you, but
the first time that he could tell me mommy's stomach hurts, but he, we still just point. But I knew it was because he throwing up that he just, knew where it was coming from. But he always pointed to it. So I didn't think it wasn't alarming. That's what this is. What's your words? Nothing. You show me no signs or anything.
When's the last time Kianna was killed?
It's been a while since he's been down because I'm in school. So I asked him for a couple of weeks just to not come because I've been finishing a project. So the last time he's been here, he didn't even keep him because they were on weekend. But he only keeps both of them because they're all there together.
Instead of Monday, he said you went to work. So who kept? And Monday was he going to take you?
No, Monday he was with him.
So he was with Kianna all day Monday?
Yes.
At your house? Did they go anywhere?
No. I don't allow that.
Do you know if Kianna fed everything that day, or did you put out food for you?
I know I told him that if he, cause I cooked Sunday, that I said if he's hungry, just give him food that I fixed last night. Give him a little bit because Carter doesn't do like meat, so I told him to mix it. And how did we get right? And he did give him some that day.
Gave her some of the...
Yeah, some of the meat and rice that I put on Sunday.
Did Kianna report any kind of car acting weird at all Monday?
So he on himself, we're in the process of high training, and I put the underwear on Carter. He knows not to pee on himself. So I said, put the underwear on him because he's probably peeing on himself because of the pull-up. He put the pull-up, he took the pull-up off, put the underwear on, and he went to sleep, and he said he still peed on himself. I said, that's weird because Carter knows better. And he just kept peeing on himself.
That was Wednesday, wasn't it?
And he gave him how he turned himself.
Right.
But I know he knows when he has all those underwear and he goes in the potty.
Did you leave? What time did you leave for work?
Same time, 7:15.
What time did you ride home?
I usually get off at 4:30 because on Mondays and Wednesdays and Fridays I work in Winter Office first, and then I head to Jones County. Then I leave Jones County around 4:15. So I get back to Winter Office and drop off the car to the school and get back home. So I'm coming around about 5:30.
So Kianna's pretty much hung out all day at the house with him?
Yeah. Then I FaceTime him every day, all day like I normally do. But I have to talk to her all day. He was fine, talking. Hi, mommy. Did you eat? No. about his stomach hurt. He said it at one time.
So nothing Monday during the day except when you woke him up.
Just when I woke him up, when his stomach hurts.
That was out of the two.
No, that was Monday, because he was throwing up all day Monday. And then Tuesday morning, when I went in the room and I moved him, that's when he said it again. He said, "Mommy, stomach hurt," and he had said it twice.
Do you remember when was the first time you threw up Monday?
I wasn't there. And that was one of the things because when I was at the floor, Kianna thought that he had just spilled his juice. Carl liked to take his top off his juice and throw it everywhere. And I got in the house and I said, "No," I said, "that's normal," because I could see the spit things in my floor. And I tried to clean my carpet with the carpet cleaner. When I walked in the house, he was laying on the couch. And he was sleeping. And he woke up when I walked in. And there was throws all over him. And that's when I went, gave him a bath, because he was nasty. I gave him a bath. And it had just happened because the girl was fresh. I went and I gave him a bath. And then I put on his clothes. And I went in the kitchen, started dinner. And he was right here on my shoulder. And then all of a sudden he just started vomiting again. Just more and more vomiting in the kitchen. So I cleaned him up. I took his shirt off. He didn't vomit anymore that night until in the middle of the night. I went and shake up and he had threw up in bed. That's when I said, that's odd, because he never throws up in his sleep. He'll throw up during the day, and I didn't give him any more juice or anything.
What was the juice?
It was Hawaiian punch. It was a mango something flavor. It was orange.
Was Kianna's daughter there?
She normally she would be, but she's going to her mom this week because he had full custody of her. She was supposed to go with her mom, so he left her in Atlanta. Her mom didn't come. We were supposed to go back and get her on Wednesday. So she's grateful that she wasn't here because he would have never made it to the doctor.
So when you got home Monday, he had already thrown up. He was laying on the couch.
He had thrown up, like he had thrown up while he was laying on the couch. But like I said, he looked like he was waking up from a nap because when I walk in the door, my door chime goes off and he knows when I'm coming home. And as soon as he sat up, he did like this. He said, "Mommy," gave me a big hug. Nothing was wrong, out of the ordinary, so I just went and gave him a bath, and he was, "Mommy, I'm nasty." And I said, "I know, baby." He took a ball bag, played with his toys. I took him out. We went in the kitchen, so I could start dinner because he liked to cook with me. And he just started throwing up in the kitchen. And I was like, "Okay, baby, go lay down, go lay down." And then that night, he ate dinner. And that's what I'm saying. He was fine. Like, after he threw up, he was in his room. I put him in his high chair and we watched Cars. And I fed him and we were singing and nothing was wrong.
No breathing issues at all?
He was smiling, laughing, singing, talking. So I thought he was feeling better. Until the morning time, middle of the night, and he threw up and I was like, "Okay, maybe he's not feeling better." So I picked him up, put him on the bed, and he acted like what was hurting him. And that should have alarmed me, but I just thought maybe his stomach really hurts. I still lay down and I kissed him and we had this thing where we kiss each other, but we suck on each other's face. Suck on him. So I did that and he laughed. I went back to sleep. Woke up out. You know, immediately got up and checked on him.
And what time was that before?
I normally get up. My alarm goes off at 6. I had to get up at 2 or 3 in the morning because I know when I went and lay back down, I only got about 2 more hours of sleep before it was time for me to get up and get ready for work. I went in the room and I checked him. He was kind of laying off the bed. I pushed him back over like I normally do. He just moaned. He said, "Mommy, his stomach hurt." And I said, "Okay, baby, lay down. Do you want to go back with Kianna?" Because I asked him because I was leaving. I had to get ready, and so I was just going to put him in the room with Kianna. And when I was getting dressed, Kianna went and got him. And they laid in bed together. He was laying on his stomach.
Kianna wide awake, she started trying to sleep.
They're both wide awake. He had got a towel and laid it on his stomach so that if he threw up again, he wouldn't get himself dirty or bed or whatever. And he was just laying there, and I walked over before I left. I gave him both a kiss. Carter, I put my hand on his back because he was laying on Kian's chest, and I felt him. He was breathing fine. I gave him a kiss. He said, "Bye, Mommy." I walked out.
You said you moved from his bed to the other bed this month. Did he throw up in that other bed at all?
No, not the bigger bed. Not the bigger bed at all.
And do you know in his bed what part of his bed he had thrown on now, where the floor was?
The little bed that he was laying on, there was a big circle of just throwing juice. His bed is not that big, so it kind of took up that entire middle part of the bed, which is why I moved him, because it was too much to even try to clean that night or do anything with him, so I just put him in the other bed.
Did he sleep at all?
He slept good.
He slept good?
He didn't wake up in the middle of the night. He didn't whine. And he's a crybaby, so normally we're still sleep training and trying to get him used to sleeping in his own bed without me, because he normally will sleep with me on the weekend. So whenever Kianna come down, I try to get him to sleep in his own room. And he always, if he wanted me, he'd stand at my door and knock on my door, but lately he's just been getting better at it. So he slept the whole night. Didn't whine. Only whined when I touched him. It was just when I touched him, but it was just strange because when he was laying on Kianna, he wasn't complaining about anything. He didn't say that he hurt me. He was fine.
So that morning when you got up to start getting ready to work, did he complain at all about stomach hurt? Was he still?
Yes.
Okay.
One time, when I was stomach hurt, I said, "Okay, baby, just lay down. Do you want to go in with Kianna?" Mm-hmm.
How long does he normally stay on this when he does the breathing treatments? How long does he normally stay on that?
One of them it takes about 15 minutes to finish. The other one's a little bit longer. But he finishes all of it. He does even, so I would do the breathing treatment because he's used to that one. They give it to him at the doctor's office and at the hospital whenever he goes, so he's just used to sitting on that one.
And you were on the phone with him the entire time he was on the breathing machine?
He wasn't on it long. He was not on it long. Because I guess Kianna just knew, like, no.
You said the other one takes long. What was
He's on 2. He's on budesonide, and then he's on albuterol. The albuterol is the one that takes a little bit longer. It's the bigger one. I think the budesonide takes about 10 minutes, and reactions to the viruses. The only thing that will really keep him from having to go to the doctor is if I catch it early and I start giving him the allergy medicine, which is why they prescribed it to him with refills, because it just was the only thing that would help prevent his airways from reacting.
What medicine do you give him for that?
Let's see if he is that. It's the first one.
Do you remember the last time he went to his dad's house?
It was the second, the weekend of November the 7th. Yeah, that weekend. Can't remember if it was Saturday, Sunday, or Sunday, and Monday.
Just contact Dad about it and see.
I did. I called him Monday night and I asked him if he could take off work because I didn't want him to be at the house without one of us, because we know his condition, and I would just feel better if Dad would have him because he works for the EMT and he's a firefighter, so I just would have felt better if he said that he couldn't take off because he had to work. So, and I couldn't take off from work.
Sure. All right. Ms. Davis, I do appreciate you talking to us this morning. I'm certainly sorry about you having to go through this. I gave you my card yesterday. Okay. You can contact me for anything at all. Just call. Okay. Sure we'll talk to you again. All right. Mr. Davis, we'll talk to you in a few minutes.
Is that a fair and accurate representation of the interview to the best of your recollection?
Yes, sir.
And we'll this interview?
It would have been November 18th.
Now, I think you had testified that there was a second interview of the defendant, correct?
That's correct.
Do you remember what date that was?
It was December 7th.
December 7th, so a couple weeks later.
Yes.
And what was the purpose of the second interview?
Follow-up interview after being contacted by Danny Galpin with the medical examiner's office.
Okay. Did he have some information for you?
He did.
Okay. And what was the information?
So I was advised by former Danny Galpin that the child had multiple contusions, a lacerated liver,
And I don't need the specifics exactly at this point, but he told you that there were some injuries.
That's correct.
Internal injuries.
Internal injuries.
And that there was not some kind of asthmatic attack at this point.
Right.
Okay. And so as a result of that, then you decided to re-interview the defendant.
And based on that information, do a follow-up interview with them to know them time.
And where did that interview take place?
With the juvenile office in Rome.
Did she just want her in, or did you call her? But
I called her and said, asked her to come in.
She agreed to meet with you?
That's correct.
Did you interview Mr. Benton the second time that same day as well?
I did.
Okay. And do you know how this defendant got to the sheriff's office?
I don't.
Did you make her any promises to come speak with you again?
I did not.
Alright. Did you threaten her, coerce her?
I did not.
Did you offer her any promises or hope benefit?
I did not.
At this point, is she a suspect in your investigation?
Yes.
Alright, but when she got to the station, did you put her under arrest?
No.
Was she free to leave, or well, I guess let me start. Was she free to not come and talk to you?
Yes.
And when she got there, was she free to leave?
She was.
Did you read her the Miranda rights that we just went over?
No. She's not under arrest.
And have you had the opportunity to review the December 7th interview?
I have.
And is it a fair and accurate representation of that interview that you did?
It is.
Is it ever changed or altered in any way?
No, sir.
The December 7th interview is also on State's Exhibit 62. I will offer that interview the evidence as well.
All right, it's admitted and you may publish it.
It may take me a couple minutes to set this one up.
So how's things been in your case?
It's been,
You were good?
today's my first day back at work, so.
Oh, cool, I'm sorry. That's just out of town for sometimes, isn't it? Okay. Well, like I said on the phone, we just need to kind of run through some things and confirm some things. You know, when these type of situations come up, the most important thing is to a medical examiner as a timeline. So that becomes real important. So we just, I guess let's start where you know that he
10-minute break. Y'all can be excused to the jury room. Go ahead.
All right, so you put him in the other bed, and he's thrown up more than one time?
No, just the one time in his little bed, and then that's when I picked him up and put him in the big bed. And when I went in there that morning, there was no throwing or anything.
Okay. But he hadn't ate anything, all he's had is juice. And the throat that you see is what we call it?
Orange.
Orange color, okay. So you don't have anything else in the stomach? You didn't have water, have anything else in the food?
I tried to give him water. He didn't want that because he wanted juice, but I wouldn't give him juice because that's what he's throwing up.
Okay. So from 2 to 3 a.m., you moved him, you threw him one time to the other bed. You tell he's in a little bit of pain, put him in another bed, he's asleep, you go back to bed.
I get up at 6. The next morning, same routine. I go in the room, I check on him, he's still asleep. I asked him if he's okay. He said, Mommy, my stomach hurts. I asked if he wanted to lay down with Kianna. He said yes. And I went and I finished getting dressed at some point. I guess Kianna went and got him out of the room because when I got a shower, he was already in the room. I'm getting dressed. I don't get dressed in my room because I don't like for him to see me walking past the door all the time to try to come get me. So I usually get dressed in the bathroom and finish up, and then I went back in the room to give them a kiss goodbye, and he's laying on Kianna's chest. He kissed me goodbye. I asked him if he was okay. I put my hand on his back. He said yes.
That was around 26 and 7? Okay. So
when I leave the house, I have to leave the house at 7:15.
So did he go and get in his bed with Mr. Denton, or did you take him in there and Mr. Denton go get him?
I don't know if he got up and went in there with Kianna, or if Kianna got up and went and got him, but somehow he got in there and was laying with him. I was in the shower and getting ready for work.
Okay. Before he got in the shower, he was still in his room?
Yes.
Okay, was he awake? Okay.
Wide awake.
But he was just,
Just laying, he was just laying there. Saying his stomach hurts. Wasn't acting a certain way.
Did he get out of bed while you were there?
No,
So did you ever see him up?
no.
So the only time you saw him that morning, he was either in his bed or in your bed with Mr. Benton? Okay, when you left, he's like on Mr. Benton's chest?
They're both about halfway asleep, going back to sleep.
Okay.
Kicked them both goodbye, left. Got to Milledgeville around 8:15. I texted him and asked how he was doing. They were still asleep, so he never responded, so I ended up calling. That's when he's like, I don't know, he looks a little bit weird. And I was just like, well, how does he look?
So he said that was about what time did you go?
See, I got to Jones County at 8:15. I probably stepped into the classroom at 8:30. So probably about 8:30 when I called.
And he answered. And that's when he said what then?
That's when I was just like, how's he doing? He said, he looks a little weird. And I was like, how does he look? He showed me and I was just like, nothing looks wrong with him. I was like, what's going on? He's like, I don't know. He's kind of breathing a little bit weird. I asked him to see his chest so that I could see if his chest was caving and he's breathing, and he was barely breathing. He wasn't doing any of that, so I told him, I said, just give him treatment. I was like, if he's acting like he's starting to breathe bad, maybe that's why he was feeling bad last night. It's that time of year where all this happens for him anyway, so I said, just give him treatment.
But he had no breathing issues at all?
No.
Okay.
And usually when he does, it's progressive. It's not quick. It's the belly breathing, and then it's more belly breathing, and I can calm it down with the albuterol. But he wasn't doing that. So I looked at him. He was fine, and he said, I don't know. He's like, I don't feel comfortable with him looking like this. He's never seen him in sick or anything. He's never been around when he was having those issues. So I don't know. So I told him, I said, just take him to the doctor. We live right there, which is the purpose of me living so close to the doctor, because he has so many breathing issues. It's quick. I said, take him to the doctor, and by the time, he was running out the door. I was FaceTime the whole time. By the time he was running out the door, all I hear him saying is Carter, 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 and I'm asking what's going on, and he's like, I don't know, he just looks weak, and I'm like, well, just get there. Next thing I know, he's walking into the doctor's office, and I hear turning.
Had he been around anybody else other than you and Mr. Benton over the weekend?
Saturday, we went to my granddaddy's house.
Saturday, you went to your granddaddy's house. Tell me about that.
We went over there around 12:15. I put him to bed. He went to the nap while I cooked for my granddaddy. He woke up from his nap. We ate. We left about 3. Got back home.
Was he in your supervision the whole time?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Other than when he was in the room sleeping.
What was all of that?
Just me, my granddaddy, and him. And he runs around my granddaddy's house all the time. So he's back and forth. And I'm in the living room watching TV. And he's running around, chasing after my granddaddy, or just doing whatever.
When you see him that terrible 2-stage, yeah.
Oh yes, it was.
So how do you deal with that? Tell me about his terrible 2s, you know, hers was, how was he?
Carter's not a bad child, he's just, he has a little attitude, I would say. So his terrible 2s is more so throwing stuff when he gets mad, or snatching something, or if I tell him to put something back instead of him putting it back, he'll throw it across the room. That's his terrible 2, so that's why
How do you handle that?
I laugh, honestly. I don't discipline him like I should, but it's just funny.
Yeah.
I mean,
Did you ever have a discipline at all?
yeah.
How would you discipline?
Popping him. I pop him all the time.
Where at?
And, but
but it does not phase him whatsoever. What phases him is putting him in timeout. So he has a chair, and I'll make him go sit in timeout because that's the only thing that works is taking away stuff and not really popping him. So.
Judge, make a bad deal with that.
Oh, he doesn't touch me. No.
So you end up playing with him?
No, I don't.
What, I mean, he's got to do something when he's trying to control what you tell him to do, what you know that he does.
Hart doesn't get out. Hart's not out of control of other people except for me and his dad, honestly and truthfully. He kind of is shy, so he acts more standoffish. Even at daycare, he doesn't really talk to the other kids there. He's always by himself. He goes to at-home daycare, so he's always by himself watching TV or something. Every time I pick him up, he's off in the corner somewhere. He's not a bad child, so there's no reason for anybody to have to discipline him. He only does it with me because he knows he can get away with it.
Was he pretty comfortable around his son?
Yes. He called him daddy.
Alright, we're going to pretty much do the same thing with Mr. Benton. Just need to run through the timeline again, because obviously there's a lot of things when you want to
Said that he woke up and blues on Monday. Because you didn't feed him that night because he was throwing up. You didn't feed him because you know he had eaten when he woke up for his nap. You know what he ate when he woke up for his nap?
Probably not really. That's what he always eats for lunch.
You recall then what he ate?
I don't know, but I did cook on Sunday, so they could have ate Sunday leftovers. Honestly, I don't know.
Okay, so we're gonna run through this with Mr. Benton real quick, and then you and I'll talk again. Okay?
Are you gonna talk to me? Are we gonna talk to me?
Yes, ma'am. If I need to provide you with an excuse order, I will. It's just gonna take a little bit of time. Okay.
We're gonna stop here.
Okay.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, we're gonna stop here for the night. Don't talk about the case. Don't let anybody talk about it with you. Please wear your buttons back in the morning. Leave your notepads in the jury room. We're going to start back at 8:45 tomorrow morning. Okay? Thank you. You may be excused. Make sure you're avoiding the local news, okay? Because I know they've been wandering in and out too. Back in the morning for me.
It's 8:30.
And anything else? No, ma'am. All right. We will stand in recess till tomorrow. We will resume at 8:45. And council is volleyball practice, so I'll be sliding in at like 8:40. Most likely, if you need me, it'll be a little closer.
My only request is that we get the courtroom open earlier.
Yes, the bailiffs can let you in by 8:30.
Okay, and that's fine. I just think because of the old file format, I can't just scroll because all the videos kind of came in with back-to-back witnesses, so I can't.
I'll be here.
I just need time to forward it.
They'll be here, and I may be here by 8:30, but I gotta run children. All right, we'll stand in recess.
According to
All right, and we are ready at this point, everybody? All right, just put your appearance on the record, just briefly, real quick.
Good morning, Your Honor. Carmen DeFranco appearing again on behalf of the people.
Good morning, Your Honor. Alicia Oaks on behalf of Matthew Lewinsky, who is present and standing to my right.
All right, and your name, sir?
Matthew Lewinsky.
All right, today's the date and time set for sentencing. Did you get a copy of the PSI, Ms. Oaks?
Judge, yes, and I have reviewed that with my client. We do have a few small corrections to the report.
All right. Ready when you are.
On page 1, the first page 1 of the report, about midway through, it says highest grade completed. It says bachelor's degree. That should say associate's degree. That's on the first page, Judge.
Is that CFJ 284 or no? Okay, the very first page.
Yeah, sorry. There's several page 1. Sorry, Judge.
Yep, I got it.
Okay. And then the next one is on the next page 1, which is 4 pages into the report.
Look at the top right corner and tell me what that says. That's a little bit easier. 145.
145.
All right, and then...
And same thing under personal history. It says education, bachelor's degree. That should also say associate's degree.
All right.
And then same correction on CFJ 284, which says page 9 at the bottom. It says college and advanced degrees level completed. That should also say associate's degree.
Okay.
And then the last correction is on the very next page, CFJ 284, page 10.
Okay.
Under mental health, it says medication none. He is currently taking Zoloft 50 milligrams. At the time the report was written, he was not on any medication. Since being assessed by the MDOC, they have placed him on medication.
Okay. All right,
Other than that, Judge, there's no other additions, corrections, or deletions.
All right, I did make those changes. And anything you want to tell me before I impose sentence?
Judge, generally, do you want me to do my elocution now or after the victim impact statement?
Normally, I do, my procedure is that I have the defendant attorney speak, then the defendant, and then the complaining witness.
Okay. Judge, I've gotten to know Matthew over the last 5 years in representing him. He does have a traumatic history, which is outlined in this pre-sentence investigation report that I'm not going to speak openly about.